First thing that was heard, because it's true. Raptor just be cranking it for 28 months.
I don't hate you. I hate that it's 9 o'clock at night.
I'm sorry. I hope you're okay.
It's fine. It's fine.
Okay.
It's fine. It's just springtime. It makes it harder. But that's what all the cranking's for.
That's what all the cranking's for. That's right.
Yes.
Known cranking is needed to get through Sands of Doom and its grim areas.
There's a time for cranking, and then there's a time to not crank.
You gotta
and that's what this game is about.
It's true. You gotta crank it out one sand dune at a time. I think
Sometimes you just gotta crank it.
that's right. I'm super excited for us to come back to it, as we had left off at not like a cliffhanger or anything like that, but you guys meeting a new set of people. That being said, we're not that we got some time for a recap and a roleplay question, which I'm very excited for. If you guys are very happy to jump into, so I guess I'll ask: would anyone like to take the chance, as everyone else has, 2 hero points? Make sure you give yourself to 2 hero points, please. And then whoever would want to go for a third can give me a roll. Going once, going twice, and sold to me. Oh. I don't know. That was pretty delayed.
I was getting things open on my.
I can finally do this! Yay!
Oh no. It just came back.
You're welcome.
It just came back. Curse of Ra. Ra has brought back the stream. Thank goodness. I hope they heard that when it came back.
That was so good.
That was perfect.
That was perfect timing. All right. I'm very excited for us to jump into it. Sorry about your bum, by the way. Would you like to give us a recap then, Angelique?
I would.
Go.
Where last we left off, we finally had made it to the Sultana's chamber after returning to the city from the failed expedition. She bid everyone welcome, and especially the newcomers, Rahima and Angelique. Speaking to the Sultana, we mentioned to her what happened, everything that happened with Rumbold being taken, with being ambushed by beastfolk. And she expressed her concerns that this was a planned attack that also was perpetrated not just by beastfolk, but seemingly citizens of Kirat, people that called themselves dreamers. She expressed guilt that her city could not provide something to those people. But she proposed I'll say new plan. It is a new plan to us. That there was something in development called the Skylark Project. A ship in the river that could harness some power to fly over the desert. The proposed new expedition to set out then tomorrow. One will leave to go to Kuniten Keep, while we, on the Skylark, will head to the area that Rumbold was supposedly in. What was it? Wasn't that Flats, was it? Now I'm just thinking of places. Oh, what was the place, like, that was north of us?
The Dustwind Buttes?
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
I was thinking of real places in California for some reason.
Los Angeles.
I don't know. No, I was
We
thinking places
lost
like
him to the Great North. California.
We lost him to Akatia Wells. Very specific place in California. The Sultana also said that she would contact Delira and give the guild a contract as we requested the aid of Callista. The Vizier, a man named Rashid, evil as he may look, turned out to be just kind of a weird guy, as he offered us aid and showed us Rumbold via a mirror. I almost said mire. A mirror that revealed to us that Rumbold indeed was unharmed. But before we could look further into it, a stony hand grabbed the frame, dragged it in view of himself, gave us a look, and shattered it, revealing, for a moment, the same orb in his chest that Cora has. Some Heka. Not exactly satisfied, but more knowing our plan, we separated to rest for the day. Angelique and Ignis heading to his clinic, Rahima and Cora heading to the church, and Arano retiring to his quarters in the palace. After a somewhat restless night in the clinic, after some trials, punishments, and tribulations in the church as far as Grigori's contract, and after yet still restless sleep coming from Arano due to all of us in our sleep having a dream of the voice, the same voice that came to us in the most important moment of our life, asking us this time, if we had an ultimate goal in life, what was it? All of us giving our answers, definitive answers, except for Arano. To which it responded, I'll give you one. Spooky! Kind of also inconclusive for the moment. But regardless, we awoke and we made our way separately and met up at the guild, ready to meet up with Delira and speak about the upcoming expedition, operation, what you could call it, to find Rumble.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for your recap. I'm very excited to get into it. I will consider if anybody else wants to add anything, but I imagine not. I don't think anything was missed. Oh, I slapped the thing way too hard. Okay, hold on. I hit the hour button, not the minute button. There we go. All right. My apologies. Thank you so much. I suppose then we'll have our roleplay question if you guys are up for one.
Yeah.
All right. Let me see. Yeah. This one's not too bad. What does the law mean to you? This is the law of Kirat, the law of the desert, the law of survival. This could be anything and all in between. It's meant to interpretation because the law is, in many ways, interpretation. Going once. Going twice. Ironic that none of the Al-Kirat people wanted on that one. We'll keep that. Got to keep that secret. Rahima, take it away.
All right. So it really does depend on what kind of law we're talking about.
Mhm.
Obviously, she'll obey the law of Al-Kirat, in that she doesn't want to get punished for not doing that. But it doesn't mean that much to her in terms of like symbolically. The laws of the Silent Snake, however, mean quite a lot to her. And she would honestly sooner rather die than break any of the admittedly very few commandments, for lack of a better word, that the Silent Snake has given to her people.
Interesting. So for you, it's a firmament kind of etched in stone, right? But like other people's laws, do you consider them breakable? I'm curious. Like you'll follow the laws of Kirat or the all that. I'm just curious.
Yeah, I think she would
Okay.
if she feels like she needs to. Yeah.
Got it. All right. I was seeing if you thought that laws were superfluous if they weren't from a god. Like a god.
Kinda.
Yeah. Perfect. Awesome. Even if it is the decrees of Asmodeus, it is not the decrees of the Silent Serpent, and that makes a lot of sense. Awesome. Well, thank you so much. You can take your D4 and you can force somebody else to answer the question for you, or an NPC that you've met along the way.
What do laws mean to Ignis? If he has an answer.
Oh god, mouth.
What's wrong? Got bum in there?
Oh god.
I'd say for Ignis, I think he likes to, well, one, his, I forget the edicts and whatever he follows the law of the city and being a cleric or you'll get smited. But I think like if there's a fight to be had and the enemy needs healing, I think he would actually offer his aid. He puts the health of others before, like, you know, that sort of thing. Sorry, my mouth is, I gotta wash it.
Wow,
so
that's bad.
That's insane. That's a lot.
That's
Go
crazy.
take care of yourself, man. Go.
I'm gonna
I have
drain
never,
this.
I have not in years heard somebody say a drink was so bad they had to wash the taste of it out of their mouth. That's
I guess
wild.
it lives up to its advertisement.
It does taste like bum.
Go wash out Dr. Bum energy.
That's gonna be what we call something when it's just the worst, when you're just in a fucking shit mood. Man, that's some real Dr. Bum.
That's some
energy
real
right there.
That's
Dr.
real
Bum.
Dr. Bum energy, yeah.
I've got like intern bum energy right now. Not quite full doctorate. We haven't been
Medical
tenured
student
yet.
bum.
Yeah, exactly.
Holy fuck, I took a drink, dude. Holy shit. Just hearing intern bum, I don't know why, that got me.
Yeah.
All right, well, in the interim of intern bum, let us continue, shall we?
Yes.
Let us.
All right. And so, we will find ourselves within the glorious jewel of the desert, Kirat. Sorry if I smacked your headphones there. That was a page.
Ow!
That was a page of the book hitting the microphone. A page of my book. A page of my book hitting the microphone. I'm so sorry. Are you okay? We can stop. We don't have to do this today.
No, we have to keep going.
Are you
the
sure?
Show must go on.
Okay, I wanted to make sure. I'm glad everyone's okay. We survived that. You know, I don't think we need this kind of high octave music and the thrum of the streets. Instead, I think we're not going to be moving in on such grandiose designs. Because for as much as a thriving city of commerce and law, as we've discussed, a gleaming jewel that it is also a desperate, powerful last stand, a home in name, but perhaps more a bastion in design. And for one of you, it is, in fact, relegated. And so I ask Orano, is the home of which you wake up in this morning, as we kind of pull back away from the guild for a second, is this the same room that a Sultana long ago, before she was called such a thing, guided you to while you were wounded, tired, and hungry?
I don't think so. I think that was a time before the grand opulence of how Kirat was realized, right?
Sure.
I think this place is far away and removed from the appearance, the feel, the smells of it. I think this is um, higher up with a nice view over the plaza. I think it's well furnished. I think it's very sterile of personal choice and decor. It's very um, utilitarian, right?
Do you think there's any gifts or things that have been hung up by Zaluna? What does this place look like? Is there a dummy in here for you to practice with, or is it simply what it is? You don't spend much time here because rest is not something you know.
I think there is some finery. There's a nice chaise lounge. There's a nice bed, an official desk for doing official paperwork that never comes to him. In case there ever would be, all of the trappings of station and opulence are there, but it's all for show. I do think every once in a while there are fresh plates of fruit and rare desert flowers cultivated from the farms just across the river. I think there are things that, yes, have been gifted to him that he keeps out of a sense of propriety, but not things that he has sought out for himself.
Many of the rooms in the palace that can look down on the rich streets of beautiful, dazzled performers just outside the palace, or politicians' debates that are happening on stairways in the white stone going up and around in between, all towards the onion tops. Instead, you find yourself without any curtains or the like, or any billowing. When you take a moment to look over the city and realize what you heard last night, what you said, and the whispers of the injuries on your body after your first failing in quite some time, I assume it's a very normal. You know you must get up, you know you must go to the guild, you know you must meet with these new people, of which you know some of them, and you know very little about others. Are you simply just getting up, gathering what you need? Is that your morning routine before you head out?
I think there's a grounding to arming and armoring and going through these familiar grounding motions. Like it's very rote, it's very routine, and I think there's a neglect to really truly accept uh, the offense that he takes at what has happened here, because in his eye this is not a failing.
Mm-hmm.
This was an ambush. This was a military action. This might very well be the start of a new beast war.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe this time, we'll get it right. And the last enemy shall be defeated. And that will be the end of conflict. Maybe this time, with something so near and dear to the important core of the court of the Sultana herself, maybe this time she'll realize where we stopped last time was not enough. Because if it isn't that, because if it isn't the start of a new, grander conflict to finally carve out a true peace for ourselves here, that means that someone in the city talked. That means that someone close that had knowledge of where Wormbolt was going to be in the wagon train, where we were guarding these storied scholars who were going to help us claim new riches and unlock better futures for all of the citizens of Kirat. That means that someone chose to betray us. And that can't happen. This place is built upon everyone having a place. That's the whole point.
Absolutely.
How could someone do that? So we have to look to the better possibility. That our enemy is stronger than we thought. Our enemy is more prepared. And we have to do work.
This thought...
And I think that's the cycle that he gets caught in.
That's what I was going to say. As this thought kind of runs through the tightening, the fastenings of the straps on your arms, the gauntlets, you know, this more than anything in your heart, the feeling of protection, the feeling of routine, even in this untold time, even with the hope that lies in your heart of a greater conflict, and not what you desperately hope this could become. Because the one thing that it could become, if it is your own people, if it is something else, is something you can't control or kill. There is a rapt knocking on your door. In Kirat, there is no, it's sandstone and the like, and thus there's no like rudimentary knocking. Instead, you can almost hear it echo up like a ghost rattling across the sandstone as sand shakes off of it, as you recognize someone's using magic to knock on your door. Interrupting, perhaps were you getting caught, taking too much time putting on the armor.
I'll hurriedly finish up the rest of my, grabbing the last bit of my gear, my errant stuff, and I will wave a hand and pull at the threads of magic, and use not thaumaturgy to open the door.
Yeah. As you call upon this innate, these notions in your blood that you can open the door because you don't know a time of which you wouldn't have been able to. It is just something within your ability. The door opens, and you hear whispers on the other side of it, but you see in a long blood-red gown, veiling her head, horns popping out the sides, the pentacle over her neck, and the long jewelry that runs down her hands of an early morning risen Zluna Zinzara. She sits there for a moment, kind of takes a moment and looks at you, and you see everyone else scatters. When this happens, you see she gives you a smirk of like, that took longer than usual, or at the very least, a knowledge of which you didn't come to the door, you just kind of opened it. And you can tell immediately when her eyes hit you that she's beginning to try to reach you. She's going to immediately sense motive you upon opening the door.
Mm-hmm.
Which I'll allow you to lie if you want to, if you're trying to belay your thoughts or pull away from.
I don't think so. I think it's pretty apparent on his face that he's had some grim thoughts here, and definitely is swirling.
Sure. She leans forward and beckons you as she says, My ward, would you be willing to walk with me? I'm feeling dangerous in these streets. All this rumors and information. If you can be hurt, what could happen to me?
I don't think there's an ounce of playfulness right now. As much as she knows which buttons to press, right?
Yeah.
I think he's just in too dark of a mood, but he'll finish all of his preparations and tighten the straps on these new gauntlets that he has. These basilisk skin, fine leather gloves that are soft and supple but tough, and have a series of osteoderms across the knuckles and the first digits of the flanges. As he tightened those on, they wouldn't dare try. But let's go.
A
Where are we
devilish
heading?
smile goes across her face, and she says, "Oh, I think the danger ends at the edge of the palace. Just perhaps even down this hall."
I think that's truer than either of us wants to really admit.
You see the devilish smile kind of fade for a second before she waits for you to come by the side, and whenever you guys begin to walk, you can see immediately a lot of the people that were watching, especially from these other rooms, you can see that there are open glass works for entry into places for food, and the smell of it begins to fill the palace corridors for people trying to lure everyone that lives here to come into their particular cafe or shop or the like. But as you guys walk down the sandstone corridor together, she simply walks with you, and she's not one that usually doesn't let silence sit with you, except when she's deep in thought. And you've seen this before. You've seen it when she was truly deciding on whether or not to fully dedicate herself to wearing a pentacle. She looks up at you after a while and says, "I know you won't lie to me, but you don't tell me the truth all the time, and that's okay. Who is that woman with you?"
Can I infer that she means Angelique?
Yeah.
Okay. Ron will take a deep breath, kind of still always with eyes roving, making sure no one's paying too much attention, right? No one's getting too close. Always part of the job.
Some mercantile families going about making their rounds, deliveries being made in the morning. A Kenku here or there that are helping.
She is someone that I ran across years ago, and a bad situation turned worse. We both survived. We were both fortunate to have survived. She showed up one day, very recently, looking to, from what I've gathered, settle a score. Something has happened between now and then that has changed her, made her something dangerous. Considering where we're going, I wanted the danger in some place I could direct, rather than wild and free.
She stops in the hallway, kind of putting one foot in the way of you, so you guys don't leave the palace too quickly. She looks up towards you through the long, beautiful hair she got from her mother, and will give you an eye and look between them and say, "I looked into her eyes, and I heard her words. There's a meaningfulness in the silence before she says, you already are controlling one. And you've tried and you've grown. But she seems... Her words hold the same weight I've heard before. A hate. A sadness. She is, as you say, a weapon. But she has no home. The young boy that my mother tells me of, that I see in your eyes, he found a home. She looks away and continues walking with you.
You would not, I imagine, with her awareness, miss the subtle creaking of the leather of his hands and the clench of his jaw. Feeling this is definitely part of a conversation that has happened before when things get difficult, I imagine.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he would fall back on an old response that kind of just falls off his tongue, something that has been said before. And he will say, be her choice to make. If she can find purpose, then maybe she can find a home. And his eyes flit to the young woman that he is walking with, and then back around to their surroundings, the comings and goings of people.
She gives a nod, a bow, and as you guys reach kind of the end of the hallway, you see she stops and says, I feel safer now, thank you. I appreciate you escorting me. Not but 15 feet from her doorway.
Mm-hmm.
Or your doorway, and she says, I understand. However, I might note, a weapon gripped so thoroughly, so desperately, one that's bathed in blood and war and purpose and justice. All weapons rust. All weapons must be sharpened, taken care of. If you don't, well, it could break, shatter into your body, wilt down, dull. But it takes someone else to do that for them.
You will be a very wise arbiter.
She bows and smiles devilishly before she looks up at you and says, You, sir, Arana.
I serve at my pleasure.
She'll turn and walk away. And we'll cut to the guild.
Yay!
Cool stuff.
All right.
Luna's like, bitch, you thought. Anyway.
Uh, as we return into the entryway, as you guys were led in by an orcish figure who smiles. When you look into the guild itself is a beautiful but strange blot here in Kirat's streets. Whenever you walk into it, you can see that there is the grand entryway, the blazoned flags that are mixed with the Eye of Progress that is above them as well. But you can see the blue teal crown with the gold across it, matching the Eyes of Progress that is blended into it, as it is an organization of Kirat. That being said, however, whenever you guys do walk into here, you feel immediately a bit of a calm run over you as you look into a place of which has so much room with nobody filling it whatsoever. This place has beautiful furnishings, carpets that are imported. You can see a chair for performances. You see pillars of sandstones marked with old symbols and hieroglyphs that inspire from Kirat's ruins. You see shelves and boards filled with parchments and scrolls and records. And you see a full bar with thick wooden stumps that have been carved from trees. Yes, trees, which clearly were either imported or carved from the Forbidden Jungles to the north. And inside, you can smell a small amount of incense and smoke, but you recognize it to be a mixture of Seer's smell, the blade of Callista, which is simmering beside her as she's leaning back and have a hand on a drink. And you can see that the orcish figure who's let you in gives you a wave. You can see the tattoos across his body, a top knot at the top of his head, and a big smile. And as he looks down towards you, Rahima, as you kind of come by, Rahima, you can see he gives you a smirk and says, "Well, I'll be if you want to sit. My job is to guard the place, but as you probably can tell, there's not many people to guard it from. These days, the expedition happening and all."
True. I'd love to talk to you if you have the time.
Oh, by all means. You want to talk to me, or?
Yes, I'm curious why you are living in Kirat, to be honest.
Callista shouts over and says, "Holgrim, just come sit. No one's gonna break in while they're here. It's arbiter." Gesture at Cora. And Holgrim kind of puts his hands up and says, "Fine." And you hear a grumbling but smiling old dwarf behind the bar kind of give a two-finger, like grubby finger, like, "Come sit." As Callista waves everybody over and says, "Come, let's talk about what we found, what we can do, and what we can drink." Holgrim makes his way up first, kind of walking through. Cora, are you like scanning the place at the moment, or are you just like focused at the moment?
Those both sound the same to me. I'm sorry.
I just was making sure that you were okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't want to prompt you on something if you were ready. You see that Radoli, this dwarf behind the bartending table, looks up, and as you kind of enter, you can see he starts putting things below the counter. Whenever you start walking in, if you're keeping a close eye out, but I'm not sure exactly what you have your eye on as you walk in here.
Chilling right now.
Okay. You see, as you guys kind of get closer, you hear ting, 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 ting of glasses getting put down underneath the bar, trying to hide it. As a Rano, you're going over to the north, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you looking at the board, or are you looking at a plethora of missives or the scrolls that are in there?
Checking the board real quick, but also I had a little bit of a blind spot behind this pillar, and
gotta make sure.
It's die hard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You had saw Delira went into her office over here. She said whenever you guys are ready to talk, she's waiting. She's just organizing things at the moment. Feel free to sit down and have a drink. The board is filled with a myriad of requests that have come from either the palace or the people that are able to afford to hire. You can see there's bodyguard details for watching rivers in the canal. There's plenty of things for the expedition. Mercantile families talking about, retrieving stolen goods from bandits. You can see that if you look over one of them, you can see that one of them is paying 50 gold for bandit heads. That is all listed here.
I am looking specifically, if I can,
Mhm.
For essentially missing persons.
Hmm.
Anything to maybe tie back into the individuals we saw at the obelisk.
Give me a I would say there is secret to cipher writing.
Okay.
That being the
See, it's
exploration.
writing. Okay. I mean,
As you look, there is an absence of missing persons. Whether or not they're hiding them here or people just haven't reported them, you're not sure, but you can pretty thoroughly tell that there isn't a missing persons here.
okay.
As you begin to walk down and come along the way, Callista is kind of leaning back and waving you guys each to your seat. Rahima, as you kind of make your way up to, I assume, this stool, or you went to another one?
Oh no, I'll go to that stool. Yeah.
You hear like a little squeak, and you see crawling up onto it first from the other side is a tiny little dinosaur with small stripes, big eye looking up at you. And you hear as kind of Holgum comes up, he goes, "Sorry, that's my seat. That's my little guy." "Oh, you little rascal." He like waves, "Come here, Kashi." And you see it, and it jumps up, full hands, full like flying squirrel, knowing that Holgum will catch him, and he catches the little guy, and it crawls up his arm onto his shoulder. "You're welcome to sit there if you want to."
Oh, thank you. I was afraid I was about to break one of the first rules. It is nice to see another bone soul here, though.
He nods and says, "Long ago, this place brought me here, and turns out Kashi prefers it, and by extension, of course, I prefer it. The dimmer, shall we say, sensations, but more potent." He kind of comes over and he'll sit along the side of you, with Kashi, who kind of crawls onto the table and sits and begins pruning, trying to like take a moment and clean their scales.
Kashi, not Kashi. Hauke will come onto the bar as well. 2 animals on the bar. That'll be really great, I'm sure.
They begin squawking. I imagine, like
fully.
having a conversation.
Having a conversation.
Yeah. Perfect. As they do, he kind of leans back. Rodoli looks over and sees, Angelique, you sit down. Ignis, do you take your own seat, or are you still on Angelique's head?
I think he's still on her shoulder, and he looks tired as all hell. So he's got like his tail wrapped around her, just like.
You see Rodoli looking around. I apologize.
Oh, thank you.
A smart bird.
Oh,
Thank you.
Holgum. Arano, you're kind of approaching here. Rodoli begins to lean down, and you see he pulls out these small glass works. It's rather not like tankards per se that he's grabbing for you guys, instead he can tell that you guys need something special. And you can see there's like little twists and colorations, greens, purples, and blues in them. They're not like perfect. There's like little jagged edges on the in the innards of it, and like bubbles. Like the glass working was done either relatively quickly or with a substance that wasn't pure.
I think this is the first time I'm seeing Core today. Do they look like squanched? Do they look like they're Capri Sun kind of squished?
Um, if you've got a keen enough eye, you would notice that the hole in the front of her armor is a little wider.
But nothing so overt.
But not, no. Yeah, no.
Okay.
She's not crinkled or anything.
All right. I think he notices you kind of hanging back a little bit. Is that kind of the vibe?
No, sorry. The vibe is that the player has like a very sudden splitting migraine and is just trying to survive right now.
Oh, I'm
I'm so
sorry.
sorry.
But
Moving on. Moving on. You're
no,
good,
I
you're
mean
good.
Cora's chilling. She's, you know,
Hmm.
things that may not be totally kosher here, she is overlooking at the moment because she has bigger fish to fry and she's more anxious about what's coming and anything happening right now.
Gotcha. All right. I think Arano is definitely kind of a similar mindset in that there are things to do, and while we have to wait while things get finalized, I don't know that he's ready to start day drinking at dawn 0:30.
uh,
But is otherwise present.
yeah, yes, you kind of hang back by one of the large wooden desks. You can see the age in it, Corano. You like look down, you can see both of you guys can see the rings, the years upon years of this this being that likely did not grow in this area, obviously, and has been brought here. It is not lost on you the expense that was not spared there. And Rodoli will look up and he'll say, you care to desire a drink, any of you? Since I haven't been filled in entirely on the details. You see this dwarf bring up his hands, which are basically more scars than skin. As he brings up his hands and begins to handle some glass, he says, but, you're not new members of the guild, right?
No, I'm not at least.
I'm not planning on being. But I'll take a drink.
Callista spins around in the seat, like just kind of swinging around, and will put her hands down and say, Jolie, don't ease up on them. Come on, it's the first time here, it counts. Rodoli kind of grumbles and says, all right. Well, you got the 5 silver pieces for it. There's a tradition around here. First job with the guild, I'll make you a drink. And Callista kind of like leans forward and says, not just any drink. And Holgrim says, a drink that's based on his intuition. And he remembers it forever. There's a Holgrim drink here. There's a Callista drink. You don't want a Callista. He puts up his hands.
What's in the Callista drink?
Rodoli just gives you this big grin from across the table, and he'll pull out from below this like jug with a cork in it, and it is brimming with a like bubbling almost vat of orange, like clear, like bubbling water. He like smiles as he puts it down and then says, this. And then he goes down and reaches in and he pulls out, what you can see is a fresh egg from the market. That's all you get before he puts it down below.
That's very mysterious and almost frightening.
All right. Well, if you got the silver, I'll make you a drink if you want. What's your name?
Sure. My name? Angelique. And she'll place down 5 silver on the bar. Except it says insufficient coins.
That's okay. She will.
Never mind. There we go.
Radoli kind of takes it, kind of thumbs it down, and puts them between his fingers, nods, and says, "All right, Angelique." He begins to handle a whole bunch of different liqueurs of different kinds and different colored bottles, and he'll say, "3 things. You ever been in love?
Yes.
You ever killed someone?
Yes.
Are you happy?"
There's a noted silence there, followed by no.
Gives you a nod. And he is going to sit down and he will pour a blend of drinks. He takes a moment, splashes some things together. You see he brews something underneath, and you can see when he does so, he brings up this like weird geode rock, and he places his hands over top of it, and you see a glow from the top of his palm. The geode encapsulates it, like grows and contains it, the cup inside of it, and then you begin to see steam and cracks begin to billow from it. He then begins to like shake the rock for a second, and then crushes it in his hand. He then will slide it towards you, and clearly whatever he did heated the entire drink, and he slides it across to you.
Mm-hmm. She'll catch it. Give it a little ponder. Give it a little look.
It
Liquid.
looks as though there's definitely alcohol in it. You get the whiff, and he will then slide the drink 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then he puts down a 6th and 7th cup but doesn't pour for it as he looks between Cora and Arano. Care for an Angelique?
Player me feels bad because I want to interact with what's going
That's okay.
on. But Arano would absolutely not be like, "Oh, it's 6:30 in the morning. Let's go ahead and pop some shots."
That's funny because Angelique absolutely is going to drink at 7 a.m. The disaster
There's
she
an
is.
unfriendly sternness to Arano's face. I think the slightest shake of no is enough for most people to be like, "All right, dude, whatever."
Gives a nod, and then he will pull up from the top of the bar, which you can see there's a secondary one. As he begins to knock down, he says, "That's all right, I'm sorry. For all of you, if you haven't had breakfast yet, I don't have much here, but jerky for the carnivores, seeds for the herbivores, and spicy nuts for tieflings." He will put 3 down onto the table and say, "Take your pick. Consider it part of the tradition." And he puts down the food for anybody who wants to peck at and have breakfast here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mhm.
Me and Haki will partake.
He then takes
Yeah.
a small fruit, which he did not provide for breakfast, that was up above. You can see it's this apple that's green. He carves into it, and he puts on each of the Angeliques an apple that he bobs into it. It's just a slice of it. If you wish to take a drink, you're more than welcome to.
Yeah, Angelique will take a sip of her namesake drink.
I assume, is anybody else going to have a drink? Holgum takes a drink. Callista takes a drink. And you can see, like, almost sets on fire the moment it touches her mouth.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll have a drink.
Awesome.
I don't think Rahima would want anything too strong, though.
You don't...
It's early in the morning.
You can sip it. You don't have to shot glass it, you know? It is a cup
This
of
is
it.
true. This is true.
It is, as you kind of get it washing across your body, it is a strong blend of whiskey and coffee, sweetened with some kind of sugar, which you don't get often in a lot of these drinks. But there is a splash of water kind of dancing around in it. Water is a pronounced taste here in Alcarat because it is difficult to get a hold of. And a hint of cinnamon, and then you get the apple.
Yeah, I think Angelique really kind of does shot glass it and kind of. That's damn good.
He gives you a
That
nod.
is dang.
Everyone else just tradition.
Yeah, you see, she like doesn't. She does not react as strongly as everybody else. She just kind of tanks it. Yeah.
Totally just you should float the water. Broly just kind of grumbles, works on cleaning some of the glasses he pulls from you, Angelique, as you kind of gnaw on the apple.
Mm-hmm.
Holgum will lean back and he'll look backwards towards Arano and Korra, and then like see, kind of like catches the vibe that you guys are interested in this, and he will say, just so you know, she's never gonna be ready. She's a perfectionist. Go in whenever you're ready. All of you, to be clear.
She?
Delira, our leader?
Oh, yes.
A strong drink,
Rano's stare could burn through steel at this point. Kidding me? But continue the scene. We will.
No, it's okay.
Time why we bullshit.
Rodoli kind of rubs the glass and closes says, "Yes, you better get the news. You can come have a drink afterwards. I don't know if it's necessarily, we could do one every night. I assume we're going to be doing this for a while. Or at least after a good job well done. Angelique was first. Give our old Rodoli time to think. Who should be next, though?" She, like, scours over each of you. Anyone look excited or takers or anything?
You think
Yeah,
Ignis already has one? I was gonna say.
I don't think Ignis has been to the guild yet, though, right?
No, I wasn't sure. He's
Uh,
like a
he
hired help, so I wasn't sure.
he is. I would say that some people would ask for one. Sure. If you want to say that you have one, I can tell you what it is.
Okay.
An Ignis is a or I can keep it a mystery in case somebody orders it.
All right.
It sounds good. Sounds good. As you kind of begin to make your way out, Rahima, you can see Holgum kind of smile and says, "All right, you're up next." And
Oh, thank you.
kind of gives a nod and says, "I promise you, if it's anything as good as a Holcomb, you'll have a good time." He'll stand up and say, "As for questions and the like, I just want to, you're safe here in the guild, and well respecting of our people. Was there anything you wanted to ask me before, you know?"
Is he like trying to like reassure Rahima?
Yeah.
Is that what that is? Okay.
But it doesn't look like Rahima has a response to that. We lose Rahima. Oh,
Sorry.
okay.
Give me 1 sec.
You're okay.
Sure. Like that you looked at Angelique and like, yeah, Irish coffee. That works. I'm sorry, Versa.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
Oh,
fine.
I'm sorry,
Versa.
Versa.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, Versa.
You have a good night.
Yeah, try to
Yeah.
get some rest.
Have a good night.
Have a good night. I'm sorry.
No, sorry for
No,
you.
no. Get some rest.
No, get some rest.
Yeah, you got some last minute preparations with the packed binder. That's totally fine. All right. Rahima, did you hear what Hogan said to you, or do you want me to repeat it?
Yes. No, I got it. What is she like? I think that could be helpful.
Oh, you mean Delira?
Mm.
Oh, well, he kind of like leans back a little bit as he says this and says, she's a stickler for the rules. Kind of like gives a little bit of a roll of the eyes. But will say, don't tell her I told you this. This is, kind of just gives a gesture and says, enjoys her work. She won't say it, but it's obvious from just the place here. She actually has a private garden at her home that she takes care of despite everything that the environment is out here in Kirat, I try to help her time to time with plants, because it's not common out here. But kind of enjoys detective stories.
Enjoys detective stories.
Don't
Very
ask how I
specific.
found it out. But what you shouldn't do is be disorganized, idle with her. She's a go kind of person. Don't be too extravagant, and for the love of God, the serpent and whatnot, just don't flirt with her.
Duly noted. Thank you very much.
There's a little squeal from the compy. Yeah, Cashies had to drag one or two people out of here unconscious. We have time to talk, though. But when you come back, tell you how I got around these parts, and you can tell me how you came here, too. Though, considering who you're with, I have quite a good guess.
Yes, I was going to say, I think I'm here for very much the same reason as Callista is right now.
Callista kind of just gives a nod and, is having difficulty chewing on the apple. Like, it's a weird texture to her.
Well, we should go, but I would love to continue chatting here.
You know,
Get the chance.
this is my job, and I chose to stay back in the expedition because, we're not ready to go home yet.
That's fair enough.
All right.
Um,
Thank you for the drink.
Rudoli gives a thumb, which is mostly scar tissue, but a thumb, and he begins, cleaning up the mess from the geode.
All the dust.
Going up the dimension, you guys are hopping these 5 foot, yeah, just hop, hop.
Oh, I didn't realize that was a 5 foot.
No,
thing.
it's all good. It's like you're going into like this indentation in the ground.
It's
Callista
a
says,
conversation pit.
Callista
Yo, it
yells,
is!
"Go get her!"
70s style conversation kit.
I'll bring Cora with you so that Cora is present for the conversation.
Right.
But yeah, you see a sandstone door with the emblazoned symbol of the guild on it.
All right. I think, unless like Arano or someone else would like to take charge, I'll like knock.
I'm waiting on y'all at this point. By the time you approach like reasonable, okay, we're ready distance, he's already like magicking the door.
I was about to ask, it ain't got no handle.
This one does. The guild has more non-tieflings than usual here, so her door does have a handle. But magicking the door, it opens anyways.
Yeah. I think like the custom is still like it would be as foreign as you or I not knocking, right?
Yes.
So I think for him that's just gonna be how it is.
You see in the corner of the room this very busy tiefling with as I said, skin as red as fresh blood and pomegranate, sitting and kind of fussing over some documents. You see horns which are emblazoned with gold and filigree, and braids that run down the back of her long hair. You can see she has these gold shoulder pieces on her that like attach to bracers, and you can see that she is wearing a long gown that is secured at belt and at the chest and the legs, with pieces of golden armor, breastplate light, if you will. As she kind of like takes a moment, begins running through things, and then sees the door open, she turns back towards you guys and says, yes, sorry, I was seeing if there was one more thing, one more in these documents. I haven't rested yet, and she will turn around and place a bunch of documents onto the table, and will lean over and kind of give a look towards all of you as you all, I imagine, come in and sit down in each of the chairs. She says, Delira Tamira, I am... She kind of like takes a moment. The leader of the guild, and I have been informed by the Sultana, and we've been hired. You've already received your stipend, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Excellent. I have gathered, based off of the information, but I can tell you that there is no direct information or whereabouts regarding their current position, but I've gathered promising leads into this cult's operations. I was given the rundown by Morgiana.
Excellent. That's good. What are the leads?
Well, like I said, there's the three. Three is a lot, and I know our focus is on elsewhere. If you would like, the guild can handle one of them if you wish. Just to let you know. But the first one I found was relating to the vision of which you guys saw that the vizier showed you, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
It was that Rumbold was within an area that had snakes, correct? Snake motifs, snake hieroglyphs. So, there is a Kenku, one of many beastfolk living in the city here, named Ribbit. Ribbit, for those of you that haven't met Kenku, they don't. He posted a contract. The Kenku, they don't speak to things as though what they are. So this stood out to me. Instead of saying proper names, like they wouldn't call you Arano, or they wouldn't call you Urshima, they would call you by something that you're known by. For example, clanks are like people with guards, or clinking is gold. Hissers are snakes. And she places a poster that clearly she tore down from somewhere on the table in front of you guys. And it reads, "Hello, need clanks to fetch me hiss ouchies for my hissers. That's it. Easy. I give instructions. Just come to Ribbit. That's me. Pet shop. If you can't find, ask anyone. All know Ribbit. That's me. I pay 50 clinks, maybe more."
Pet shop?
Ribbit runs a pet shop in the bazaar.
Fair enough.
I have no idea what Hisauchi is. She looks at it.
Do you have that, Adamara, do you have that text that you could maybe copy paste into chat?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can write it out for you guys. I don't mind. One sec.
Okay. I'm almost always going to ask for that.
That's fine. That's fine. It's okay. I forgive you.
I'm sorry for engaging with your game. I'm sorry I didn't do it in the previous room.
Stop fighting.
Go to your room.
No, I don't want to go to my room.
I forgive if it's a little bit out of shape, but here you go. I can
That is not how I thought Tamira was spelled.
I can fix this. Hold on.
Also not how I thought Delira was spelled.
Yeah.
I got that right at least.
I had
got it all right.
Dileera.
There you go.
I love that's it.
That's it. Easy.
That's it. That's all.
That's
Easy.
it. Easy.
Not a must.
Do we know what hiss ouchies are?
Yeah, she just said she said she has no idea what those are. You guys look around at each other.
Yeah.
I love the parentheses. That's me. Just doesn't want us to forget.
Hello, I need guards to fetch me anti-venom for my snakes. I don't know.
Maybe.
It was something all to do with snakes, and so I thought that it would be important to go see. I picked it out. The other ones are more promising, I think. She flips to the next page, and as she does, she says, "Okay, so as you're aware, we have neighbors in Kirat, yes." She doesn't look at you for this, Rahima. She's looking towards Arano, Ignis, and Angelique more than anybody about this, and says,
Right.
We have our two neighbors, the dwarves of Zrekalor, beyond the mountains, and the orcs of Ogrila across the dunes. Yes, your people, Rahima, and the biters don't come across to this way very often, but there is some knowledge of what appears to have been an attack. And it was not an attack on it was on a guide, a small scout that had made their way named Gerter, who had said that they had found a small encampment of orcs near the Dustwind Buttes, close to where you said there was where the information was for your attack. The scouts have reported that on further entry that they have further encamped there and have stayed there for some time. But they reported on doubling back before the expedition was to go, since it was out of the way, it wasn't really a problem, that the orcs were the victims, that they were not attempting to hurt Gerter, that the scouts reported, the orcs said that there was an attack on them via the undead, but the orcs said there were beastfolk that summoned them. Their encampment is a few miles south of the city, and it's likely, based off what you've said and what's happened, that I believe that these orcs were also hit by the cultists for some reason. But they've stayed there, they've encamped. I recommend that someone go out there and, if you can, speak to them, understand what happened, and maybe they can give us a clue of where they are or why the orcs are staying put. They're not ones to stay put for very long. She said Rahima has the right, like that makes sense. she's
Yeah.
Is that normal in terms of having orcs this far out?
Not at all.
Really?
Not at all. It's not normal whatsoever.
I think Arana would turn to you, Rahima, and
Oh. I hope Rahima's okay. Oh, Rahima's back.
Sorry, no, I'm good. Sorry,
It's okay.
I thought I got a call, but it's all good. What was that?
I think Rana's going to turn to you, and where did they say? About 6 miles south of the city, or are we going north towards the buttes?
They would say that the attack happened at the buttes. The scouts have identified that they've encamped a few miles south of the city, away from the buttes. I think it's because they retreated.
Can you think of a reason why your people would scout out this far?
No, nothing's springing to mind. We usually stick quite close to Ogrilla. The surrounding lands at most. I can't think of a reason why they would be out here this far.
Nothing
Except,
related
of
to
course,
your...
to explore the ruins, but I thought that was really only something that I was interested in. Is there something I could roll, Idamir, if there's, like, anything I could think of? But, like, nothing's springing to my mind at the moment.
Roll me recall knowledge.
Yeah.
If they went to the buttes, they clearly went there for maybe a purpose. It's odd that they attacked somebody, especially a lone scout, like a lone guide. I'm saying the word guide and scout too much. This person named Gerter was attacked by the orcs near the Dustman Buttes. I think you put together that the orcs would only do that if felt endangered or challenged in some way. Why they would be around this area, you do not know.
The only reason that I could think of for other orcs to attack someone like that is if they felt threatened in some way or challenged, maybe. I can't think of a reason why they would without provocation.
Perhaps Gerter is also at the marketplace. That is what he usually goes out to the Dustman Buttes to scout for, from what I understand. Trinkets and whatnot. If you wish to speak to him on what he saw, he's the one that reported this. So, and our scouts returned with the information that they have camped to the south. We did not think that this was something that needed to be handled, only to put out a warning to not go to the orc encampment to the south and that they would move. But now, in retrospect, with the attack that happened on you all, I believe this is correlated. The last thing that I would say is some sort of lead to what's happened is brought to me by you, Cora, in the church. It has come to my attention that there is a rogue imp, and I have considered that a lead. I do not have much to go off of for it. The imps are not something that I have much pull for. But clearly the imp vanished just before the professor was attacked or due to depart. So that is also something to look into.
Yes, I would be most interested in looking into this orc encampment, but whatever the rest of you think would be most valuable to look into. The imp is also very interesting and notable, I should say.
I think the church has a vested interest in that. What more can we do at that point?
Yeah.
Knowing that you have an arbiter with you, I just wanted to have it denoted for the guild's purposes, and that you'd be able to, that it is something that we should handle, or for the Sultana's purposes. Everything here is going to the Sultana as well. So I wanted to have it in notes that this is something that we're pursuing. like I said, I can have my guild send forth for one of these purposes. To gain information, to handle whatever's happening. I do not know how much effective power we'll have with the church, but with the approval of you all, I think it could be something that we could look into, at least try to find the location of the imp. At least try.
Above table, GM. How many imps are thought to be in the city?
20,000 people. Probably anywhere between. It depends on who's here, when they're here. The expedition has left a lot of the leadership and a lot of people that would have imps. I'd say you think there is no less than 100 right now.
Okay. And they are known to be able to shapeshift.
Correct.
Correct.
And go invisible.
Okay. Would it be reasonable to say that the church has a finer degree of expertise in managing them?
Correct, and I believe Cora would tell you guys that they have a way to find Grigori.
Okay. So I think that maybe when Cora finishes chasing down that lead, wink wink nudge nudge,
yeah,
we will revisit that one. I think is
sure.
That okay with everybody?
Yeah. Yeah. That's okay.
Okay. All right. Then maybe we go find out about this girder, is it?
Okay. Would you like me to send Callista to the to Ribbit?
I think that would be a good idea, yes.
Callista will be excited to go to a pet shop. She
That's cute.
She does sound like she's getting the most fun job, I have to admit.
She like puts her hands in the air and says, if you're quick enough, maybe you'll be able to join her, but I think expediency is important to find Rumbold. Yes.
I was about to say,
Yes.
pet shop and girder sound like they're in the same spot, right? The market, the bazaar.
Yeah, you guys can go together at the very least and see what both have to say, and then decide if Callista should handle one or the other.
Sounds like we could knock out two birds with one stone.
On a better day, the guild could handle all of these in the same day, but we are few. Most are on the expedition right now at Knutten Keep.
Right.
I'm sorry, what was the name of the butte that the orcs were on?
That where they were attacked was near the Dustman Buttes, which is close to where you were attacked.
Right. Yep.
Thank you. They have, according to the guild, afterwards, though they don't know if they're still there, within the last few days they fled south and then put down an encampment a few miles from the city.
That's a big displacement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She leans forward and says, I also want to say, on behalf of the guild, I deeply apologize that we could not rectify the situation with Rumbold or prevent the attack from happening in general, that lives were lost. Callista was the last to go, and while she is incredibly effective and well-beloved, if we had more resources, more on there, I believe we could have maybe prevented it, but it is still a failing on me, and I apologize. I take responsibility for my part in this.
You have nothing to apologize for. We were ambushed. There's no way we could have known. But thank you for taking a responsibility, even if I don't think you need to.
She gives a nod. I only wish I could have been there. I mean, I prefer the desk job, to be clear, but I'm excited to see what this turns up. Please keep me appraised on the case. And if you should need my aid for something in the terms of magic, I know we have not met professionally before, but I am a graduated apprentice of the Vizier. So,
I see. Well, it is good to meet you as well.
she gives a nod. We shouldn't idle.
No, you are correct. Let's head out.
Give a nod.
I'm grinding my teeth.
How so?
We sat outside for like 10 minutes fucking around with the bar and we shouldn't idle. Fuck out of my face.
I'm glad you picked up on it.
Right.
Cora gives you guys a nod and lets you guys know that she's going to go try to use the Pathfinder to find Grigori.
Gotcha.
We'll let you guys know of anything in between. And yeah. With that, I assume you guys will head out. Holgrim gives a wave and says, "See you soon." And kind of just gives you a nod.
Yes, we'll have that talk later. Goodbye.
He gives a nod. All right, you guys head back into the streets.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect.
Is Callista not going?
Oh, my apologies. I just wasn't looking. I was bringing over Cora. My apologies.
Okay.
Yeah, Callista swings about, grabs Seer, swings onto her back, and will climb up the steps, excited and loose. Kind of like shrugging her shoulders, kind of making everything work, and says, "Huh, I assume she filled you in. Which one are we going to?"
Well, we're both going to the bazaar, actually. Well, all of us.
She gives a nod and says,
Yeah.
She didn't find a fourth lead in the hours that she was looking, did she?
No.
If she did, she didn't mention it.
Oh, she wanted to be thorough. And she, like, comes back through and pushes it and says, "I guess we can go shopping."
Well, you're going to be looking at the lead with Ribbit. Do you know who that is?
Can't
What
say
happened there?
I've been in Ribbit's shop, but I'm aware of the contract. And she, like, pulls out another clearly multi-made, like, note for Ribbit.
Mm.
Like carbon paper, like
Exactly.
copied.
Same handwriting done hastily.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, weird ass contract. Wanted something for his hissers. Like
Some
almost
hiss
in those
ouchies.
snakes. Yeah, but
I love Kenku. She looks down
I
at
mean, yeah. Well, considering Garter and Ribbit seem to be in the same place, kind of head there, make the call there. Who's handling what?
He gives a
One
nod.
person's one group handling Garter and the orcs, the other Ribbit in his pet shop.
Simple
Though
enough.
I have to be honest, I would really like to look into the orcs on account of my unique perspective on the matter.
You do seem to be more... What's the word? Tailored? Or... No.
I
You
am
get it.
more orcish. Yeah,
Yeah,
I get it.
I believe that'd be more your expertise. And listen,
Mm.
I don't like snakes, but she kind of like puts her hands up and says, "It's not as bad as, getting skewered or the dead, so."
This is very
Alright.
true.
She will walk with you guys outside down the streets. People haggle for you to buy various clothing, smoky items, makeup, anything in between. But the bazaar is extremely close to the guild. It is a walk from here, and here into the bazaar. So it is just down 2 streets. Along the way, you can hear people shouting, talking, speaking. Yeah, that's the bazaar. You hear people
Smaller than I thought.
I mean, one sec. 140 feet.
Yeah, yeah. Fair. I was expecting like this whole.
Oh, the whole downrange whatnot. No.
Yeah, I got you. I got you.
You can see as you guys walk together, people give waves, people give nods to each of you. Arano, you see some of the guards going to give you a nod, and some of them are looking for a. I guess Arano stepped away, but they try to give Arano some kind of like vibe check of what's going on, of if everything's okay. But beyond that, though, you guys are able to wander together. Does any of you guys want to talk about it as you go between the streets?
I wonder what Ribbit has in his store. I have to be honest. What would be in a pet shop here?
Well, for one thing, I think it sounds like snakes. But,
That is true.
I wonder if he's got any caterpillars.
Caterpillars?
I don't know why, I tend to like the little fellas.
Well, that's at least sweet.
Huh?
You like the
That's
fuzzy
sweet of
ones
you.
or the not fuzzy ones?
The not fuzzy ones.
Boo.
The spiny ones. The bitey ones.
Caterpillars don't really bite. They eat leaves.
Not the ones
Are you
I've
thinking
seen.
about centipedes?
Centipedes?
maybe?
That's what I was thinking of. I misspoke. The player misspoke.
I see. She would.
Centipedes.
Yeah, right. I see.
Oh, I don't doubt
Iris
it.
misspoke. Not Angelique.
I wonder. I wonder if they have a baby whiptail in there.
Maybe.
Though, no, the rules of the bazaar is nothing bigger than a cat, unless you're. I guess you would be cleared for that. Baby whiptail centipedes are what? They're the size of like a anaconda.
Yes, I mean we have giant ones back in Ogrilla. You might like those.
She nods and says, "Did that sound about right, Angelique?"
Yeah, could be. God damn, truth be told, I didn't sleep well.
Oh, how come?
Well, I always have bad dreams, but I had a weird one this time. She'll elbow Arano on the side. Hey, Arano, answer me a question. You believe in fate?
What is Angelique's heat tolerance?
Heat tolerance?
Yeah,
What do you mean?
because you're just gonna get a searing glare.
She just kind of stares back at you as we're walking, like.
Make
I
a
know.
make a persuasion, I guess. I don't know. Let's see. Let's throw a little chaos into this.
She's just oh, there is no persuasion.
Oh no, I've outed myself.
What have you done?
This
It's
was all a trap.
It's a
A
request.
diplomacy check?
Yeah.
Or a request, yeah.
Request or diplomacy will either work.
No, I think they're both the.
They are the
Same
same.
thing.
It's just gonna either check the DC of Arano if you do request.
Yeah.
If you do on the landing page though, if you wanted to actually read that, but you can just roll me diplomacy if you prefer, and can go off.
Yeah, I'll
on-
just roll a diplomacy. Wacha. That's
Yeah.
a cool 8.
Yeah. So yeah, I think you would get like a good 10, 15 second stare. And when it's clear you're not gonna back off from it, you're not gonna accept silence as an answer. I think reluctantly he would give you a fate is what you make it.
Interesting.
I was asked that in my dream by a strange feminine voice. Is that what you got asked?
think Angelique slowly turns the head.
Yeah, there's some eye darting at this point. Squints.
You got asked this in your dream?
Yes, last night.
It was the ultimate goal one that was last night.
Yeah.
The fate one's the baby one.
Last night.
Continue.
Yeah, fate.
What?
Fate was when you were a baby.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay. This still applies. It's just the you were asked whenever you were a baby about fate.
Right, yeah. Right, sorry.
You're okay.
No, you're fine.
But maybe
you're
that
fine.
voice triggered our memory.
Yeah.
Can you remember from when you were a kid?
Yeah, you do remember whenever you were a kid. Yeah.
That's a through line. We got this.
Exactly. Yeah, we're there.
We did it.
We're there. I just wanted to clarify. Go ahead.
Really? You can ask the same thing too, huh? Angelique kind of stops walking for a moment, like looks up. Seems to mentally decide something and continues walking and says, "When I met my wife, I thought she asked me if I believed in fate. I told her that I believe fate is the consequences of the choices you make. She asked me who the hell starts a conversation like that. She didn't ask me that. Some voice on the wind asked me. Well, last night I'm asleep. In the middle of my dream, where there's supposed to be 5 people watching me get my throat slit, there is a 6th that I can't make out who asked me what my goal in life is. So... And it's the same damn voice. I swear.
I see. Well, the voice asked me if I believe in fate when I was quite young, when I met Hauke for the first time. And then that same voice asked me while I was having a bad dream last night, where I was falling, what my goal in life was as well. I'm a little bit disappointed that now I have absolute proof that wasn't the Silent Serpent talking to me in particular, but that was a long shot anyway.
Oh, shit.
What the fuck are you guys talking about? Callista like
What I'm starting to think might be some sort of portent. Maybe not a good one, maybe not a bad one, but certainly a portent of some kind. Shit. What about you, Arano? Tell me you didn't. She, thinks of the long stare that you did and goes, tell me you didn't. Tell me for my sake that you didn't also have a dream last night where somebody asked you about your goal in life, and that same voice didn't ask you what you believed in fate.
Which response gets you to stop talking so much?
I don't think there's any response that would get her to stop talking, from what I've understood.
Son of a bitch. I'm gonna take that as a yes. Shit. Ignis?
I thought mine was some lack of sleep. The second's fate.
The fuck? I didn't have a lady in my dreams.
Maybe you'll find her at the pet shop.
Ah. Callista thinks on that for a moment.
Fuck.
When this is
Score likely too.
whenever you guys start thinking about that and that happens, Rahima, you hear, "Help! Help me! Help! Help me! Someone help!"
Is this the recognizable plaintive cries of like a pet who doesn't want to be tied up?
Yeah, you look around and you realize no one else is reacting to someone screaming for help. And like you take a moment and you look ahead, you can see entering into the area where the bazaar is, there is a big circular pen area, and inside there is a large grouping of dinosaurs all that are all going very haphazardly inside as you guys are walking on the biter pens, as it's called. You can see that there is the marker on it. And you can see that there is a couple of trappers that are walking around and have them up for sale. I'll reveal the biting pens to you if you're curious enough to go look, but you can see that there is a dinosaur that is like this long-tailed, massive, like bigger than a camel, bigger than a horse by quite a bit, with this big thumb spikes that is like looking over and just yodeling out the help. Like this, throwing it out there as you are trying to like focus on the conversation about fate.
Hold on. Wait, none of you heard that? Someone crying out for help?
Is it the woman again?
No, I don't hear.
No, it's distinctly reptilian.
No.
Just a blank stare.
Ron was searching the street, looking around.
Nothing.
Like,
that is probably the iguanodon in that pen over there. Does he like look okay? Like, well nourished? Like, does he seem fine?
Yeah, he just seems upset because about 2 stalls to the side, there is 3 giant frilled lizards flaring their massive fucking literally flaring their huge webbed necks and like snarling towards the iguanodon. It clearly has been a long time that he's stuck there with the 3 of them. And the iguanodon hasn't clocked that they won't get to him, right? Or like he's just clocking that he's seeing a thing that wants to eat him, like at all times of the day. You see within the pen with the iguanodons, though clearly has its own area, is a massive, just as big as the iguanodons, however, a massive creature that is quite rare, you would know this, of what you would imagine an armadillo that has grown to the size of an elephant, with a like long curved beak for the face, scales running down the entire back, no ability to churn, but instead this long tail that comes up to a club on both sides of calcify. And you can see that there is a ankylosaurus who is quietly chewing and is giving the look at the frilled lizards from behind of please, like like do it.
The Arcano stare.
Yeah, there is an ankylo that is just giving them the look that they are not in danger, that they wish the frilled lizards would come into this pen with it, so that it can shut them up for good.
Make my fucking day.
Yeah.
Get fuck in here, dude.
There is a whole bunch of people like crying out, calling for things. You guys should be able to see in your actor's tab that there is now the biter pens, or the biting pens for a merchant. If you are curious on their prices, as a tiefling kind of leans forward.
Ooh. Yeah, those are
Pull our
pricey.
money together and get a giant frilled lizard, everyone.
Just to hear them looking around. They huddle in groups together, their tails moving about, and they're like feasting on these long, thick slabs of meat that are being thrown into their pens. They quiet down. The iguanodons go, just continue that as they're watching them eat. I assume you guys are moving past, however, but this is
Rahima looks longingly at the pens, if only because she wants to tell these iguanodons that the lizards can't get out, but we do have to keep moving, so she'll move with everyone else.
okay. As you guys move over to the Grand Bazaar, you can realize that it is very open to you. There's a massive, like, closed-top area. As you guys walk here, Calista say, I would think I would give up multiple toes to be able to ride one of those, like, dinosaurs. Biters? What should I call them?
I mean, dinosaurs still works.
Okay.
Come to Agrila sometime. I'm sure it can be worked out.
What a vacation.
You only need to cross the desert.
Yeah, cross the cursed dunes. Yeah, no problem at all.
Yeah, for multiple days.
Let me check in my calendar.
I've been to that area.
This is true. How did that go for you?
Well, there wasn't a great pyramid, for one.
No, but things change.
Yeah, I guess they do.
Callista gives a look in between you guys at that, like, unsure of what's happening. Like, is this a threat? But...
Yeah, Rahima just shrugs.
No, I'm sorry, I didn't interrupt you.
Oh no, I just said Rahima just shrugs.
Gotcha.
Still good.
When you walk into along the bridge, you can see that there are rules in place, but you see the Grand Bazaar, the largest marketplace in all of Kirat, housed entirely indoors within winding corridors of a massive building. Hundreds of merchants selling their goods beneath vibrant canopies of colorful stalls. And for those of you that are outsiders in Kirat, it is immediately an overwhelming and disorienting experience. The loud cacophonies of voices that may begin haggling over the price of items, the lack of a clear and straight walkable path to walk down amidst the stalls, the lengthy task of finding the specific thing you need, immense literal thousands of objects for sales around you as you walk inside. And check this place out.
Yeah.
Yo.
Yeah.
Art big enough that it couldn't be contained on my screen at first. I had to resize it.
As you look around, you can see that there is a set of rules, but clearly it's for the stallers and the people that are inside. It says, no animals larger than a cat, nothing that can protrude more than a foot outside your stall, and no free samples of food. Other than that, you immediately begin to get yelled at for if you wish to buy things. And I will reveal to you the Grand Bazaar Market. This is the general things that are easy to find. You can ask for specific stuff, but I have put a general amount of things there.
Wow.
So cheap. Or at least that book is.
It's not a very good one.
I'm just used to books being like 20 gold.
There is a lot.
As you guys walk in, you're pulled towards all sorts of things between medicines, clothing of all sorts, ladders, lanterns, mirrors, spyglasses, all of the like. It is very clear to you that you could get anything and everything that you could possibly need in this place. Beyond that, however...
5 free staffs.
Hmm?
Including 5 free staffs and 5 free clubs.
Oh!
That's weird.
Just give it away.
Holy shit, they're free!
You just took some guy's stick.
That's someone's walking stick. He was using
That's the
that.
lost and found.
That's a cane, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
How did you get that?
As we begin to walk around, Callista's kind of moving through webbing between pushing people away, making sure people that don't get stopped. You can see there's a plethora of stalls here all awaiting you. But are you guys keeping an eye out on anything in particular?
Always keeping an eye out, especially in the crowds.
Sure. Go ahead and give me a seek.
I think Angelique would look for, if nobody has cigars, then at least the stuff to make more cigars with.
Sure. You can look out for something with like fires and whatnot. Or like
I was curious,
tobacco.
how does it work if you're a tiny creature for these things?
So you can request a tiny sized version of it, but you could look for a. Do you want to look for a shop that has tiny sized creature stuff?
Sure.
By all means, easy enough.
That's funny.
Yeah, that's simple. So go ahead and give me a seek yourself, Ignis.
Right.
Should I also
Got it.
do one for the cigar stuff, or?
Yes, you should. I apologize.
I'm gonna need me a tiny 10-foot ladder.
Tiny
Um,
bowl.
A 10-centimeter ladder.
So I'm gonna go off of how things went. Ignis, there's a pretty popular news stall that is full of what appears to be like children, like little tieflings, all going around. You can see that there are, however, a plethora of small critters running around it. There is a small little stall that is filled to the brim with no less than 3 dozen cats, all like filing in and out of it, back and forth, forward and back, going to other stalls, rubbing up on all the people coming by, meowing cutely, getting fed by people. Some people are just sitting down and petting the cats, like rather than actually like doing anything. And you can see that there is a stall of items that, while a lot of them are tiny size, like little cans of food that are in these little like bowls that are ready to be put down, but also there is a plethora of small items that are for sale here. However, you quickly find that the actual stall itself is filled with massive stabs, like for medium-sized creatures. Some of them are wands. You can see some of them are weird, shifting, gnarled wild wood of vibrant green tinge. You can see one of them has a skull at the end with bone motifs. You can see one of them is a capped, clear like faceted gem. One of them is a completely unblinking, lidless eye. And you can see their necklaces, slippers, books, robes that are all there. And you can see that there is a merchant who is selling a whole bunch of magical items.
Oh, cool.
Do you approach this stall kind of pushing past the people?
I don't think I can push past anybody.
Yeah.
okay.
Do you direct? Do you direct past everyone else to Angelique to go towards the bowls of water and milk?
Sure.
Excellent. Angelique, do you oblige to go see the cats? Angelique?
Oh, she stepped away.
Fuck! I'm assuming that she will then. And I imagine everybody else will follow. Maybe Ignis has a lead.
Yes, she would.
Okay.
Sorry.
As you guys move forward, you see that there's cats of all colors and sizes going to and fro. You can see that there is what appears more as an elaborate nest of pillows and silks rather than a traditional market stand centered around a large blue tent. In the main entry, you hear,
"Oh, welcome. Hello. Oh, by all means. Oh, okay. Well, that'll be enough."
From inside, as someone is clearly the merchant, but they're very kind in like pulling people away. And as you make your way forward, I assume you each kind of peer in, and you see, handing a small amount of gold and then a wand with their paw towards someone, is a little cat with fluff all around them. with big bright red eyes and a big floppy too big wizard hat on their head.
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
And she
Holy shit!
looks up and around and says,
Oh, hello. I said Ignis. You're the mascot around here. I don't believe I'm meeting all kinds of new people.
Yes, that's me. Hello.
Oh, it's nice to meet you. Oh, and you brought friends.
you see, she looks around to the rest of you.
Oh, feel free to say hi. If you brought food or milk or water, put them down around everyone else here. But you're welcome to pet. Welcome in, everyone.
And they kind of like sit down and like on their butt and like on a pillow and let you guys all begin to peruse as you guys all come closer.
Is that? Oh, hello. There's guards here. Am I in trouble?
As she looks up at Arano.
I promise it's all legal.
I'm eyeing the bowls of water. Like, are they communal? Are they being freely given out? Are they being spilled?
The bowls of water are being given by people. They're not being spilled by the cats. They're just being drank.
Okay.
Is Toasty's thing messing with you guys? I apologize. Continue.
No, I was gonna make a joke, but it's crass even for me. I was just making sure that, no water was being wasted as I walk upon the scene. I guess waste is a specific interpretation, but would anything I see here be considered such?
No. As you look around, you can see that there's a lot of people there, and it almost seems like water and like small memorials being placed down. More than anything, like there's a lot of things that are being given to Toasty and like the cats, but she seems to be completely happy.
Am I in trouble?
After having given an inspecting eye over everything, no, go about your business.
My business? Oh, my business is I am selling all of my master's things after he died.
Ah, I was actually about to ask how you came into this business.
Well, my master, he's a really nice old man named Goza, and he disappeared, and I don't know where he went. So I'm just, at this point, we need to make rent and food and water. So I'm selling all the things. It was put in a note in case he ever went missing and died.
Really? That's really enterprising of you, little cat.
Oh, thank you. My name's Toasty.
That's a good name, Toasty. I'm Rahima.
You may pet.
Thank you.
She like leans up to let you like pet her. Does the little spin.
I give her a good pet.
Yes, okay. Are you in any requirement for magical items of multiple kinds? I have cantrip decks, elixirs of all kinds to let you breathe fire or electricity. I have salves and wands. I have necklaces to shoot fireballs. I have spell books. And I have, big staffs that all have different things. You're like the staff of nature's cunning.
Oh, yes, it does look very interesting.
Nice and cheap, too.
Yes, only 250 gold.
Not bad, huh?
You know what? From what I know of prices of magical items, it could be worse.
I will give you a discount if you afford to, if you can, adopt one of my friends.
She looks around to all the cats.
You know what? I will definitely think about that. I don't think I could afford the stuff even with a discount, but
Oh,
I
okay.
will keep that in mind.
Do you think I'm charging too much?
I mean, I think you're charging fair enough prices. I wouldn't be the authority on such things.
If
Oh,
people are buying, then it's the right price.
oh, you got a big hat too. Are you a wizard?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Are you a wizard?
Are you weird? Is that what?
A wizard.
Wizard.
Oh, okay. No, I ain't a wizard.
That's okay. I'm also not a wizard. I'm a witch.
You see,
Oh, I see.
It's something like what I am. That's very interesting.
Ah!
As a cat.
Yeah, I was a familiar, but I got better.
I believe it. You seem very powerful.
I am the prettiest cat and the most powerful cat in all of Kirat. Perhaps the whole world.
You know what? I would believe it. I'm not sure there are many cats who could stand up to your sheer power.
That's why I'm able to have this stall. No one can harm me.
Right.
You know, Angelique. Maybe this isn't the right avenue. Never mind.
She gives you a look, tilt of the head. Doesn't say anything.
Anyways, Toasty, I don't think I can get anything from you right now, but I will return, I'm sure.
Oh, okay. That's okay. I forgive you.
That's very generous of you.
You're welcome. And, oh, before you, yes, I did talk to the vizier. I am allowed to sell these items.
She pulls out a small, like a little scroll of like approval.
Sized to her.
Correct, and you can see that it definitely it doesn't take you a genius, as like they pull it out and they kind of show you the scroll, Orano, that there's a cat paw print rather than the vizier signage, and you feel like you know which cat did that.
Yeah.
Salem.
That's Salem we keep hearing about.
Orano, as you're looking towards all these really powerful and cool magical items that, you know, are around inside of here, you gotta take the moment, you lean back, and you keep a close eye, and you notice ever since you've entered, there's been a human with a half-mask bandana covering their nose and below in this long jacket, like leathers that are finely made with red ropes kind of across it like a net. And they're mostly covered up, and they're giving you a look. And they've been following you guys since you entered the bazaar.
Sure.
This is the look.
Discreetly, would I be able to do a sense motive?
Yeah. Yeah, give me a sense motive. You cannot get heads or tails on what this person wants. You are doing your best, but you see no outward weapons, but you can tell that they are carrying a large amount of weight on them underneath the jacket.
And human?
Human.
Doesn't appear to be okay. How long would I estimate they've been following us?
I think you think that they've been following you since you entered the bazaar, so probably about 7 minutes.
Okay.
All right.
Did you just get echoed?
Yeah, I heard from Angelique 7 minutes.
Oh man. All right. I'll definitely keep that in mind. I will look out for any others with matching garb or vibes.
No one really else, but you also notice the guards aren't like going after him.
Mhm.
Like you distinctly can see that the guards know he's here.
Yeah, I mean, if he's broken no laws, what's to stop him from being here, right?
Mm-mm-mm.
I am still kind of in the mindset from earlier in the morning. I think, given the opportunity, I would probably try and find a way to either circle around onto this individual or get some of the guards here to help me keep an eye on this person.
You absolutely can. Do you approach a guard?
Uh, not immediately. I think it would be something to where, as we're leaving, I would maybe make a subtle gesture to have them meet with me, approach off there, and try and maybe like duck out of immediate sight for a moment.
As you're leaving, yes. Cool.
Yeah,
Sounds good. You leaving Toasty's stall or leaving the bazaar?
leaving Toasty stall. Sorry.
Oh!
More clear.
Okay. You're just making a gesture and then pointing at them? Towards a guard. A guard,
yeah,
you
so,
see,
like,
you see like a
as-
tiefling soldier, she like looks over towards you.
And yeah, I'm gonna try and indicate them to meet me around a corner. Try and break line of sight for a moment on this person. See if I can lose them for a moment to meet up with this guard.
Absolutely. The figure doesn't doesn't like pursue you, but instead begins to tail the party still. As they're talking and leaving, like looking around for things other than Toasty. When you duck the corner, the guard looks and says, I don't know, is everything alright?
Maybe. There's an individual, a human, with a bandana across, heavy load under a cloak. Seems to be following me and the group I am escorting.
She purses her lips and her eyes go a little bit, like dim a little bit. Yes, that would be John.
And who, pray tell, is John?
A merchant.
A legal merchant?
She nods.
And all the good doo-doos?
He paid for a stall, but was making people uncomfortable the way he was sitting. And so when we asked him to adjust how he was sitting, he decided to walk around and peddle his wares. Which I don't understand why he's paying for a stall if he's walking around.
Paying for a stall allows him the benefit of legality.
I agree. I have been approached ever since he's come to the Grand Bazaar at least 10 times a day about him.
How many days?
He has been working or having, he's had a stall paid for the last, I haven't been here on duty for every day, but I've seen him for the last 2 weeks, at least. He doesn't raise any, like, flags or anything like, she, like, kind of takes a moment. You should talk to him.
I may. How was he sitting that was disturbing people? Elaborate.
She, like, he did, like, she, like, gestures with her arms and then, like, buckles to her knees, like, for a second and, like, tries, like, does, like, an awkward thing. And she's like, he like, bent inward, but then, like, laid on his shoulder. like it was in a deeply uncomfortable position, and had a hand on the top of his head. And then when we gave him a stool, he sat with his knees at such a parallel angle obtuse that everyone was worried that he broke his legs on the stool.
Very well. Arano's hiding how, like, confused and just bewildered this is. Like, a man sat down, the public wept.
He sat weird. We didn't like his vibes.
Yeah. And like, at least in my mind, this place has got to be like the most eclectic mixture of people, of wares, scents, sounds, smell. Like this, everything is here, right? And for something as simple as this man stands and sits weird, to put everyone here in a state of disrupt is so bewildering. Maybe that's my own projection onto the character and the setting, but
You also imagine the human aspect doesn't help, right?
yeah.
I've put references for you.
Yeah, just General
Another tab,
chat.
let's see. All right.
I've put references for you that she's trying to emulate for you.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Like, she's like, he's not a threat. He's just,
It's just fucking weird,
yeah.
man.
Like,
That's
great.
like, she's like, yeah, I
that's just James, you know.
his name is
Those
John.
Those are actually how that he sat.
Correct.
That's
Yeah.
just
Beautiful.
John.
Correct. He was doing
That's
things like
John.
this, and she's just like, people have approached me like 10 times a day asking if they're all right, what's going on, like they're uncomfortable. And you have to understand that art
All right.
that I've shown up is the guy who's doing it. Like that guy
Yeah,
is doing that pose
In full guard.
in full
Yes.
guard.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
All right. I think I will dismiss them from this report. From acknowledge.
I'll
their,
keep a closer eye on him if you wish. I that's okay.
Yeah.
And she will leave and nod and kind of be a bit sheepish about that's what she had to say to you. You know?
Yeah.
Like, sorry.
It's like weird dude being weird. We've been having reports of things, capital T things, and this guy's following us around the day after we come back from the waste.
Yeah.
Something's going on. What is it? Man, he sits weird.
Dude, he sits fucking
He
weird.
sits weird as
He
fuck.
just sits weird.
No, you don't understand. He sits really weird.
All right. Maybe I'll approach him after we maybe come back from a quick break.
Absolutely. I was just gonna say, depending, I wanted to see where you guys went, really quick. But Angelique, however, before we go on a quick break, Angelique, you were looking for something. I saw you had stepped away. I apologize. You had rolled a seek to see if you could find anything for cigars, correct?
Yes,
Cool.
I stepped away whenever
That's okay.
he found the stall.
When-
but I'm back. I've been back.
When you turn around and you do smell the cigar smoke, do you and like the smell of tobacco, do you follow it?
I think she would. She would kind of turn to Ignis and say, "You want to stay here? I gotta grab some. I smell tobacco that I need."
All right.
You weave to and fro between, duck inside, and then the smell kind of hits you, and it's more familiar than you remember. You go once, twice, and then you hit the corner and you feel somebody kind of like bump into the side of you, and you get shoved a little bit forward. You clack onto your heels, and you like look around to see who did it, and then you hear, "There you are." and you turn around and look up and see the source of the smell, and looking down at you is Yasar Al-Fashir
Uh-huh.
smoking a cigar. And we'll come back from break.
Yahoo!
Dude.
Oh boy.
Dude. Not this
No
guy
gunfights in the
again.
bazaar.
All right. I will see you guys in 15 minutes. I hope you guys have fun, merchants and whatnot. There's lots of cool stuff.
Yeah.
Listen, Toasty's a bit
Yeah.
pricey, but she's cool. But we got some
Cool shit.
Got some cool ass shit.
Sent you DM out of America.
Sounds good. But I'll be right back. And we return. As we do so, we come back into the overwhelming sights, smells, and sounds of the Grand Bazaar, of which you hear the tone of voice as they look down at you, Angelique, as you were looking for the cigar, and you just hear, "There you are," of Yasar Al-Fashir, as he looks down at you, simmering with smoke coming out of the cloak. You can see him floating there with a robe down underneath that kind of blocks where his legs would be. And you can see that there is a pair of 2 mercenaries, bodyguards, with him. Both of the tieflings kind of look back confused as you've been kind of pushed into Yasar. Whereas the rest of the party is still either checking out the things from Toasty, petting cats, and pulling away from the guard that you were speaking to, Orano. When you do so, Angelique, do you say anything to him as he looks down at you?
Yes, sir.
He looms closer to you, the red eyes glowing against your glasses. You're late.
I wasn't aware I had anywhere to be today, other than my.
You have dirt in your ears. I informed you to return to the workshop.
I didn't say I would.
He leans back at that. And the rest of you would see as he leans back, he actually like grows a couple of inches, like heightens because he kind of like floats upwards a little bit. And the rest of the party, you all would see him at this point and see Angelique's big head talking to him. He looks around the bazaar and says, "You're not here to steal, clearly. What are you here for? If not for your death."
Nah, I got something else in mind for that. I'm gonna look into a pyramid everybody's been hearing about.
Mhm. You wish to repay me with bits and bubbles of a Nubian make?
If it pays it off. Money's money, ain't it?
I'm not interested in the old. I'm interested in the innovative, in the new, in the now. That is why I am here. I am securing my 1-month bid for a stall, a room for 10,000 gold. Because, unlike you, I have been busy doing things that matter.
I think she gives him a really hard stare.
I
Smolders a little on that.
I have given you a gift. I have given you a chance to make something new of yourself and of this place. And you are so short-sighted. Perhaps I should rebuild your glasses. As he leans backwards, he will say, but your will is your own. If that is what you wish to do, I'll be waiting to pick you up the ground on the other side. Though, I do not wish to do so again. Perhaps you will learn your lesson the hard way. It's not. But I have learned from you, despite you not learning from me. He will tuck his jacket a little bit, and you would watch as smoke billows out. A bunch of people back away from this upon it happening, kind of realizing that something's happening, some display of some kind. It filters out the rest of the party to see this, and you'd see him grab the smoke and, like, pouring his hands and sifting through a hoard of jewels and coin. Metal objects begin to fill out of nowhere in the smoke as he conjures something in front of you, and you see, instead of palms full of gold and trinkets and money, bullets of all shapes and sizes, cracked with blood, filled with fluid. Others smell strange. He holds it in front of you, some of them brimming with energy.
Fuck.
He looms down towards you. Revenge has a price.
It sure does, but I'm not sure. Why do you want this?
I do not want that. That is too small. We must make more, manufacture. This world is so small in this city.
I'm not sure putting these in the hands of every walking person in this city is a good idea.
Equality. Equality. Would you not want them to defend themselves if they can afford it?
You know, most of the time they ain't gonna be defending outwardly. They'll be pointed inward.
If all can bear such things, then all can use them for their own whims. And he will place some of the bullets on a small table that he's begun to decorate.
I see.
In lieu of your absence, I have experimented and will continue to do so. I will make my own way until you figure out what you're doing is childish and useless. He will...
It's interesting.
Go ahead.
Interesting, Yasar. Almost seems like you didn't need me. Then why bring me back?
On the contrary. He presses a finger which begins to sear into the middle of your forehead. You have the one thing I cannot create.
She just kind of stares at him like trying to tank the searing. Even though she can't really feel,
Yeah.
she can feel this.
Yeah.
What's that?
Something only I can see. I will supply you for now. And soon in time you will return to me, wishing to work, to make something more than what you have, to get back those who have wronged you and defend what you will gain walking this world. And my workshop will have your creations, and I will be satisfied. He then waves his hand and floats out of the way, and you see the table full of items. Prepared, created, engineered in the mere days that it's been. All based off of experiments. You'll find a new shop in the bazaar that has just opened to everyone.
Oh no. Fuck.
Let's all get guns and explosives.
fucking silence. Oh my god, dude, no. Oh, she's it's strange to be pissed, but at the same time, kind of a little, in a sixth sense, proud.
You see he floats beside you. And you can tell that he has expanded on your designs tenfold. Can you not see it? My use for you? And your use for me?
Some money. That's your gain from getting these in people's hands, then.
Look around you. What do you think that pretty palace was made from? Vengeance? You cannot build a home of vengeance. Only fill a vacuum. You want to build a throne. Give people exactly what they need. And step out of the way when they come back for more. Then you have power.
Just kind of give a grunt of like a. She will be eyeing some of this stuff.
By all means. I assume the rest of you guys, are you guys just staying back, letting Yasar and Angelique speak, or are you going to approach? It's clear to you, Arano, that Yasar is speaking and pushing the buttons of Angelique in a way you've never seen before, and he's kind of just getting away with it.
I know enough of the supposition of his wealth and the political power that he has that I'm not intervening. I am observing. But, you know, depending on when I finish my conversation with the other guard and how far away I was from this, it definitely would have been paying attention to what was being said.
I think that Rahima, out of sheer curiosity, she won't bumble in per se, but after a bit, she'll also come in. Just to see what's in here. What's up? You know?
Rahima, give me a will save.
I will. We'll say, Will. There we are.
Those immaculate holsters are pretty fucking cool.
Aren't they sick?
I assume I don't have a Nubian protection anymore.
No, you do.
I do?
You're that golden
Damn,
glow
okay.
still on you.
Wow, alright.
That is, those are fucking sick.
Yeah, this wouldn't be a primal spell that I'm resisting, would it? I assume not.
I wouldn't worry about it at the moment. You are... Rahima, when you come close to this stall, this person, right, this Yassar and Angelique, you've had strange interactions, Angelique, especially the sound grates in your ears of the gunfire. We've established that before at one point, right?
Yes.
When you come close to the stall, the items that were just conjured in front of you, right, like from nothing, when the orcs of Ogrila build a new weapon, the most important part of it is the haft, right? Like the bone haft that comes through it. But that's a very dangerous prospect because you have to pick the right one. You have to pick the right bone. You have to pick the right... Well, make sure the cartilage isn't hurt. Yeah. Oftentimes it's best to take from, animals that have died either in combat or in old age and like sturdiness, right? There's this smell though. You'll never not remember this smell. It's the smell of diseased marrow. Outwardly, a bone can look fine, maybe discolored here and there, but that's its relation from the world and its calcification. But there's this rot, this dead that comes from inside of a weapon that is broken in a way that cannot be fixed. You have to replace the bone entirely, right? When you come close to these weapons, this ammunition, these items created by this Yassar, that smell, the metal, there's something rotten in it. There's something rot from it, forged in something you don't understand. But Hauke immediately begins to let out a shriek or a worried shiver.
I imagine that Hauke makes a squawk almost and flaps up a little in concern.
It is akin to you walking into a medical tent full of death. And you it hits you like a wave, and that's the feeling you get. You understand as a person, Rahima, these are items, these are not living creatures, these did not derive from them, but it is from the earth. And you kind of take a moment and you feel your connection between the magics of your being and your echo. And you realize that however you interpret this feeling is up to you. But you may continue.
I think Rahima, it's almost like there's an invisible threshold that she steps across. She steps a little bit too close to... Is the door open or closed? I assume closed.
There is no door here. It is simply a stall, and they're talking in the middle of the they're talking in the middle of the fucking marketplace.
The bazaar. I see. Yeah, I see. Then she just steps a little bit too close to this open air stall, and she recoils and almost dry heaves. Is this a persistent? Or is this just a wave that I get and then it's gone?
It's persistent.
Right. Rahima steps back and after having that really adverse reaction just goes back to everyone else who I assume is still standing.
Before you turn your back on him, you see the red eyes of Yassar land on you, and he goes, "Are you ill? Orc?
It's...
Come here."
She looks back to Arano and looks to Angelique, but she will approach cautiously.
You see Angelique gives you A very tiny shake of the head.
Verano gives you a flat stare and like a go. Like what?
Do
You
what
gotta
you
buy
want.
something, buy something. I mean,
Fair enough.
You.
funnily enough, you got an angel and a devil on your shoulder.
What do you choose to do? Is he looking at you?
Ignis is talking to a cat, so he ain't even there.
Meow, meow.
Rahima will cautiously approach because I think, like, even if she doesn't care for the rules of this city, she has enough social awareness to go, this is an important person. I should at least, like, listen to him in this moment. Let's check it out. So she'll, like, come beside Angelique, even if she looks a bit peaky.
He reaches out and puts a hand on your shoulder to pull you closer. You feel like the grip. You feel the rings dig into you. You feel the wrinkled skin, and he is warmer than you expect as a creature. And floating there, he pushes you closer to Angelique and the table and says, "How lucky of you. If you are ill, consider yourself given a boon. You are the first to peruse a powerful new." He gestures in front of you, still holding onto your shoulder off the other side, and says, "Invest, for this will be the first creations of a new age of combat."
What did you make them out of?
The wishes of those who want vengeance and revenge, and the call for blood. Aren't all weapons forged from such things?
Not the weapons I know
A
of.
demand was made. He leans closer towards you. Don't you see? A demand for protection and power. You would be missing out
Sar.
to not look upon this and invest. Take what you can. Even if you do not have the weapon, one day someone will come to you and say, "Do you have the first set, the first bullets of Yasar al-Fashir?"
These weapons will rot anyone who touches them from the inside out. And she will shake off his hand and she will walk out of the stall.
The eyes glare, and Angelique, whenever you turn around, whenever Rahima turns around, you can see the red light of Yasar's eyes so bright that it bathes Rahima's back in it. Do you say anything, Angelique, before he reacts?
To Yasar or to
Yasar.
Rahima?
He hasn't acted yet. I'm letting you have a moment before he acts on what Rahima said.
I think Angelique would say to, like, she's like turned around looking at Rahima and she'd lean a little to her left. I assume he's like behind to her left and say, "See, that's the appropriate reaction. That's the reaction most people should have presented with these. These ain't for proliferation."
His neck swivels to you. And for those looking on, it's some great beaming light reflected in Angelique's face. And you hear him say, "I see now why they only allow tieflings here. At least they have an eye for the truth."
Maybe the dwarves should have kept these, huh?
Oh, they never got the chance to make something like this. No, no, no. They relied on satchels and barrels. We have something more elegant. He, like, pulls one of them out and says, well, we're going to buy one, as he places one of them in your hand and kind of begins to hold it closed.
By a round, I assume. Ah. Oof, man. On the one hand, I do not want to give this dickhead money and make him right. But those immaculate holsters do look nice.
Your old friends, the dice, are waiting in the corner for you to roll them.
Problem is I don't have enough money for the holsters, but I do for the rounds. Oh, I was gonna have the excuse of not having money.
How much do you want them?
How much
How
do
much
I
are you
want
willing
them?
to beg?
DC. This is a will save. Because she's on her word. But I'm gonna take this. Isn't there one for emotion stuff, or is that?
I was just will save.
Let me look.
That's emotions.
Yeah, there is emotion effect. Yeah, so +1. So I'll say DC 17. She feels pretty strongly about this. Whew.
There it is.
Yeah,
There it is.
Meets beats, yeah. I think she'd eye the slide pistol rounds for a second, and then, nah, I can make my own.
He will give you like a small chuckle. This one is free. He lets go of your hand after he gave you the one bullet. When it saves you, I'll be waiting for you to buy more.
Did he give me one slide pistol round for free?
No. He gave you a different bullet. This one isn't on the market yet. And he will then flick his hands with the jewels as if leave me.
I think she'd take a look at the bullet in her hand and walk away, yeah.
It's filled with this virulent green. It is brimming and looks like it barely is holding itself together. A prototype.
Let me make a,
You know what it is, don't worry.
Oh, I see.
I tossed it in your sheet for you. Just one bullet.
Oof. Oof. Yeah, I think as she's walking back to the group, you can see her like holding this green. It looks like it's. You ever see like an aerosol can that you're like, I know that thing looks like it's about to pop from the pressure, right? And you can see a little bit of acid bubbling on her finger.
Ooh.
As she just like takes it and turns it, begrudgingly sticks it in her bag. Walks back to the party, looks around. I assume, Arano, you've come back to the group.
You just throw everyone dead, then, don't you?
Just him.
That man, those weapons, they're made with something terrible. They smell like How could you not?
Death.
Yes.
Because they're my work.
She gives you a like. She squints at you.
Is she perhaps sense motiving, or is this just a squint?
It's like, I don't know if I'll sense motive you. Actually, yeah, that I'll formally sense motive you.
Sure, yeah.
She'll- There you go. Oh well, I don't see that, but
I'll send
if-
you what
if
it
you
is.
were- yeah, if you targeted me, then it should have.
I did.
I
Yeah.
got you.
Okay.
In the meantime,
Wow,
Morano's
wow,
just
wow.
looking at the both of you like, what children are you to think that weapons aren't meant to be used? He doesn't verbalize it, but the history of the tieflings is written in the blood spilled on the way here to Kirat.
Yeah. Rahima, you can't detect like it's quite open, right?
Mm-hmm.
You get the sense that she's very angry with Yasar, but not much more than that. You can't really penetrate the deeper of it. You just kind of get the sense that she's very upset with Yasar for a reason. She believes she has a good reason, at least.
Mm-hmm. Did he
Morano's
steal
too
your
dumb for-
work?
Not exactly, but
Then what exactly did he do? You seem mad at him, but clearly not because of the weapons he made. Well, because of the weapons he made, but not exactly that.
we'll discuss that particular bit when we're not in the bazaar in the open. As for what you said, Rano, weapons that could change the course of history shouldn't exactly be wielded by everyone walking on a street. Would you agree with that, at least?
I don't believe Arano verbalized his thought.
No, he did, didn't he? He said that, like...
He gave you the look of like, why aren't you taking it? Or like, why are you upset about it?
Oh, okay. I thought he said that. My bad.
No, but he's giving you the look that a look that gives you 1,000 words. You know?
Okay, I see.
It's incredulity. Like your children, your simple children living in Fantasyland. The world is violence.
Yeah, but...
Yeah, change the world, change history, get rid of the enemies.
Yeah, I think you see her kind of give you... For once, you actually see the lights in the glasses swirl as she says, "Look, you might look at me like that now, but when everyone walking down the street got 2 of these and pats the gun on her hip, you'll think different."
He's thinking some things. He's thinking pretty hard about them right now.
You might
You want
get...
to hit the button? You want to hit the button? Huh?
I'll hit the button. I'll hit the button, sure. And if you want to do it in response, this ought to be fun. Because I want to see if somebody can crack it. Where's the... Oh, it's basic action.
Yeah.
Bang.
Oh,
Oh!
I don't know what the hell that's about.
I think that was a mistake.
Yeah, that was a misclick. I have my basic action macro. Good lord. I have my basic action macro on the left-hand side, and I hit the do not press button, do not pass go button.
Okay, no worries.
Okay.
That was my bet. That was a
Yeah,
misclick.
I'll roll as well. We're all trying to read each other's mind. Oh, the music stopped.
I will DM each of you. Unless that was an intentional thing, you guys let me know. But
Oh no, I sensed motive on.
I meant on the X card.
Yeah,
Karana.
I meant on the X card. It sounds like it
No,
wasn't.
like that was a misclick on my part.
Who? Okay.
Give me 1 sec.
Here, I'll put it in general just so you can.
I'm really curious on what Ignis is doing at the moment, but
You can. I'll put it in general chat so you can see like
Oh,
where
I
the
see.
oopsie happened.
oh, got you.
I see. Yeah. Yeah, I got you.
Okay.
What is
Angelique, you would definitely see the thought process of someone reevaluating what he thought was a simple attack dog on a leash, on a chain, to be sicked on a target, and now he's wondering if you have the stomach for the things that need to be done. There is he doesn't care enough about you to be disappointed, right? That there's a disappointment that a risk may not pay off.
Interestingly enough, you get the sense from Angelique that she doesn't feel shame or guilt, could be a word for it, much. You have not sensed that often from her, but you get the sense that for once, she's afraid. She's afraid that she's held these guns, she's fired them, and she's killed people with them. And she's afraid that if other people have these, they will not respect the power that they have like she does. That they
I think
will... She's afraid that by everyone... She's afraid that by making even just these guns, she may have put into motion the death of the world. And that for once, she's afraid and guilty.
I think that only serves to solidify his thoughts.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's almost a minty tally. Oh my god.
Okay. I heard that slip up.
Tally.
I heard that slip up.
Yeah.
A mental tally of writing you off.
I will say this, Urano. There is a symbol on the forehead of Angelique right now. As we kind of come back into it.
Signal?
It is not.
Is it what? Sorry?
I was asked if it was in diabolic and infernal, but it is not.
Mm-hmm.
But it clearly says something.
I think there's this moment of all of us having this sort of moral crisis through various different lenses. And then I just see this guy out of the corner of my eye. And he's just staring at us.
What the fuck are you looking at? Angelique will turn around and look where you're looking.
Alright. We'll put a pin in this for now.
Yes, the sooner we can be away from here, the better.
I agree. Keep looking at.
See that one over there? The bandana across his face. Human.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she kind of zeroes in, sees the guy with the bandana, the mask.
He's been
Yeah?
following us the entire time we've been in here. He's apparently a merchant. But I'm tired of the eyes.
Lista like holds up Ignis, who also has returned to the party and also is following your eye line.
I will approach John.
Okay.
John Human. Yeah.
John approaches. John is approached. John does not make any
man.
outward responses to you approaching him. You get within like a few feet of him, he still hasn't responded to you. He just kind of eyes you up and down.
Angelique follows, staring.
He then like looks at you. Do you say anything to him first?
So in game, it'll be a few seconds of this double inspection that's going on, right? He to me, me to him, and I'm reading something on my end here before I.
If there's a couple of seconds, the eyes perk up, and then you hear a voice from behind. This is John. Good welcome you.
The voice came from behind.
No, from him.
Oh, okay.
Do you know what I mean?
I hear you're a merchant.
Merchant? Oh. Huh? Would you like to go somewhere private so you can taste my goods? You know what I mean?
Urano is not outwardly put off by much. And I think in the pursuit of finding out answers, he's going to keep as stone face as possible. And yes, let's see what you have to offer.
Good morning. You know what I mean? And he will walk kind of like about 6 feet to the side to get out of the way of most people. The side and in front of one of the merchant spots. You can see a small stall that is selling very small urns and jars of which that clearly were taken from a Nubian, temples and ruins and the like. And he looks over and he like begins to unbutton his jacket and he will open it up. And you'll see from one side, you hear the clinking of items. And then he opens the other one, you hear the swishing of liquid. And he will open up his jacket, and you would see about 20 vials of virulent poisons and acids. And multitudes of flasks of acids, daggers, and almost serpentine fang-like one poison dripping off of them. And he like looks up at you and says, "With the collar mucus, you must rub it in. Then it will kill. You know what I mean?"
And Raptor, that's exactly what are you buying?
I have opened John.
You have opened him. I sent you a message, Enmer.
Oh, okay.
I get the feeling I know the answer.
Is it the same voice each time?
Yeah. You see the jaw moving?
Okay.
Angelica's like staring at his face. I'm gonna. I don't know what it would be. It's the problem.
That's pretty good. That's a pretty cool dagger.
Oh, you like the dagger that John has? Yeah. You know what I mean? He kind of hovers over which one. What are you looking at?
The dagger of eternal sleep. This almost reads like a totem.
It is a consumable, so it only works once.
Interesting.
Yeah. This is good step. You kill someone. You know what I mean?
Dang, a free crit without waking it up. That's insane. Ooh.
Mm-hmm. I see.
25 gold, though. Good, welcome you. Little blurb there.
Yeah. You like my
All right.
poisons? I have many poisons. You know what I mean?
Adamir, all of this is like above board, right?
Yeah.
For the bazaar.
Yeah, it's fine. It is fine. It certainly takes a certain person to be able to consciously sell these, though. Like, it is like, you know, still like, why are you like? It's supposed to be for medical purposes usually, you know. So.
Mhm. Yeah, all of my medical grade arsenic and belladonna. Yeah.
Yeah, giant centipede venom.
All sourced. You know what I mean?
All right, let me ask you this. Item level 5, does that mean I have to be level 5 to be able to use it?
Nope. It means that item levels are for like how well they'll hold up against counteracts and how much is what level as a GM there should be easy access to an item of that power.
Got it. Okay.
I am aware that it is an item level 5 item. Shops can sell those to you. If they do so, it's usually a rare item in a shop or is like a good find. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Same with
I think,
the toasty stuff has like item level 7 things, you know. But
yeah. I kind of want that. I kind of feel like that's a very useful thing to have.
The Eternal Sleep Dagger?
Yeah.
just one shot. That's all it has in it, though.
Right, but it also has the benefit of not waking them up.
Correct.
Yeah, but they have to already be unconscious.
Correct.
Or, look, I'm not gonna lie, I'm scheming.
I'm raising an eyebrow. I will keep this in mind for right now.
Like, no? You know what I mean?
I think I'm gonna do it. I think I'm gonna buy it. It's a lot of gold, however.
Not 25 of them, please. Bag would do. You know what I mean?
I want to sense motive this man.
Good welcome.
Hi. Sense motive.
Sure.
I feel like such a piece of shit for doing this on a sense motive. Why is he talking like that?
Humans, am I right? Let me look over. What are you trying to sense motive? Like, just why? What? I mean, sense motive is what's his motives?
Yeah, it's true. I don't know. Why is
Like,
that's why is
Can
he
I
sent
can I throw
why
out
is he
a couple of things?
Yeah.
Well, that was a question for Iris.
Oh, there you go.
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah.
Like, is he addled? Is he under
Yeah.
persuasion?
Is there like something is he choosing to talk like this? Or is there some
Is he choosing to talk weird, or is he just fucked up?
You are.
Was he kicked in the head?
You were confident that John is trying his best to fit in. That's what you get. That, like, he is genuinely trying with his words to sound like, use the nomenclature of Kirat and whatnot.
He's that one Solarian in Mass Effect 1.
I'm
Moreland. You buy many good things, yes?
I suspect something, but I don't know if Angelique does. Because he could just, I don't know, he's just trying to fit in.
You like decorated stall? You know what I mean? He gestures to his coat and his body.
That's a coat, not a stall, but it does look nice.
I paid for stall. A coin back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is John.
He, like, looks at Rahima, points at John, and then just...
Rahima still looks like she's kind of mad about the altercation at the gun shop, but like she just gives you a shake of the head, like, "What are you doing? Rahima will come over though, actually.
No, she literally, all she did was, like, look at you, give a point to him, and then look back at him, like, like, just like a point. Like, you know how somebody would point and be like,
This is John. Good welcome you. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Hello, Joe.
Yeah.
This is John. Good welcome you.
This is John. This is true.
Yeah, you are John?
No, I was agreeing that you are John.
Ah, you know what I mean.
I do know what you mean. Yes.
Mm. You want to buy poison? Taste test? You know what I mean?
I don't think taste testing will be very good for poison.
God, I'm sorry. Just the casual. You want to buy poison? You want to buy poison? Give it a taste test, eh? Feels like a fucking wizard with guns bit, dude.
Sorry, continue, Rima.
No, I don't think taste testing is very good for poisons. From what I understand, you are the poison expert, so I assume. Did you make this?
Kind of like looks down at it, looks up at you. Sourced. You know what I mean?
He made toads cry.
I see.
You want to buy? Buy you?
No, I'm okay, but thank you, John.
Okay. More good be you.
What?
More good to you. Oh,
I s-
buy
Oh.
good.
Bye.
Gives a nod like, yes.
I did it.
I had a successful interaction.
You, Horton man, want to buy poison? Taste? Potent.
No, our business is done.
Buy good. And
I'll step a few feet away as to like clearly delineate.
morning, night away.
away.
He waves. And he turns around and he begins to do the exact same, like stare down someone that he wants to talk to and be a customer and hover them.
So he's not suspicious, he's just fucking weird.
He buttons up his things.
He's both.
Well, not individual.
This place seems full of very odd individuals, I have to admit.
You know, he was trying to fit in talking like that.
What? How?
Yeah.
Why?
Isn't that weird?
That is strange. I guess I want to talk. I don't exactly fit in either. I can see why someone would try to. I don't know if that's the approach I would use. Either way, we should keep going.
Hey. Hey, you.
Okay, we should probably. Huh?
Hey. You hear somebody calling to you from below you.
I look down.
Yeah, look down.
Points. And you can see probably about an 11-year-old girl. Completely bald head, just horns. Big red eyes. Just like look over, point nonchalantly at Ignis and Callista. Say, you with him?
Yes, we're with them.
That's the Sultana's pet, right? Or the medic. That's it.
That's what I gathered, yes.
Means you got money,
I don't know if
right?
he's I don't know if he's
No.
a pet, but he's a medic.
Medic, yeah, that's it. Hey, thing, Ignis, right? She begins to call over towards, just
Thing?
if you got money, I got things. She like pats the side of her satchel.
What things?
Dust stuff.
Does that stuff include a merchant stall permit?
You don't need a permit here. You need a permit. You need if you want a stall. Do I look like I need a stall?
You do seem very mobile.
Yeah, it's quicker. And if people know where you're setting up your stall, they can steal from you.
Am I incorrect in that you need to have a permit for a
If you-
stall to sell at all in the bazaar?
If you want to rent a full room to put down your things, yeah. But you can sell anything anywhere in Kirat if someone's willing to buy it. That's why there's so many people in here.
Okay, I thought the bazaar was like you can sell anything, but you gotta pay your dues. To
No.
enter the bazaar.
If you want a full room protection, like all that good stuff, like if you want a big shop, yeah, you're gonna need to get a room, you know? That's why the
Okay,
rules
I
are there.
I misunderstood.
That's okay. She looks up. If you're their handler or something, you know, you guys want to buy stuff?
What do you have?
A little bit of everything. Rhodesia. She holds up her hand.
Nice to meet you, Rhodesia.
Gives a nod. I don't get to see an orc around here all too much. Got any bones?
No. Like, just, I mean, I have them inside of my body.
Touche. I more meant like if you had any bones of your magical whatsits, they go for. I mean, bone powder goes for like 2 silver for an ounce.
I do have magical bones, as you just said, but I'm not. They're not for
That's fair.
selling.
That's fine. Well, I got ammunition for arrows and javelins and bow tips. I have rosaries and magical grasshoppers, oils and the like, talismans. Some big ones. I got a diving suit. She pulls out like an actual like old school diving helmet out of it.
Oh my god!
What the hell?
And puts it on the ground. Been trying to sell this for a while.
You've just been hauling that around with you?
She like
Yeah, I can see why ain't nobody bought it.
she like pats the side of it and says, "Hey, you never know when you need to go underwater here, you know."
You know
But-
how much those things fucking weigh, right?
She like pats the side of the bag and says,
It's only bulk 1.
It's
yeah, right.
it's bulk 1."
That's bulk 1, dude.
She pats the side of it and says, pats the side of her satchel and says, "A little gift I got lets me carry out my whole merchant shop around with me. Who needs a stall? Saves money."
Yeah, to be fair, I wouldn't want to drown.
Have you ever been in danger of drowning?
You ever been in a
No,
flood?
but that's terrifying.
Dang, bracelet of dashing.
Mm-hmm.
Let me look first. Holy shit. That'd be crazy. Oh, healer's gloves.
I'm caressing my sudden charge button.
Oh.
Gonna
Oh,
reach
the pillow
God with
shield.
that. Oh man.
Hey, you need to
Wow,
carry
the
more things
pillow
around.
shield.
You know, we got the this belt here. Helps for traveling in the desert. You look like desert people.
Hmm. Hmm.
You got sand and still in some of your clothes.
Oh, shit.
You can't really
Sure.
tell, but I'm like at your hip height. So
Yeah, shit. I probably got it in my holsters.
I personally am not going to buy anything.
talismans are
Very
cheap.
impressive that they are cheap.
Mhm.
This is true.
The snap leaf's
Oh.
nice.
My God.
You fall down somewhere, you know, keep you safe.
Whoa. Dude.
Pillow shield is pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
If I was a different character and used shields. Ugh. Man, they really thought out a lot of these items.
Isn't it fun to look at them?
Yeah.
Like I said, I got a little bit of everything.
That you do.
So what, you came to the bazaar just not to buy things? What?
Well, we were gonna talk to somebody.
Well, you're talking to me.
No, not you.
You seem like
I
you got
would
your
like-
ear to the ground.
I will actually get the waterproofing wax.
Ah, very wise. Never know when you're gonna get hit by a flood.
Well, it's good for the elements in general.
Mm-hmm. And she will let you buy it from her. Go ahead. And she will smile, hand it over, and say, "Well, thank you very much. Just got it, so it's good to see it move."
You're a very enterprising little girl.
Thank you.
Well, that's it for me. I think we should move on if none
Oh,
of you
there is a tax though.
attacks.
Yeah. Specifically, for you, I do really want to pet the biter. So.
You drive a hard bargain.
Hmm.
I think I will allow it.
Yes.
I'll hold out an arm for Hauke to walk down so that he can be at head height with her.
Okay. Yeah, she scratches the top of the head and kind of pats him on the ears and says, "You the one helping Gutter with his things?"
Helping who? Sorry?
Sorry, Gooter. That's his name.
Did you
What an interesting individual.
did you just
Tell us
tell
about
me his name is Guter?
I call him Gutter.
Right. Yes, tell us about him.
No, he's the guy who's selling things about orcs.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's-
Yeah.
that. Oh, did he
Me-
suddenly come into an influx of orcish make products?
Yeah.
What an
talking
interesting
about
set of circumstances.
Talking about
You get a kick to your
Gert.
shin, Angelique.
Talking about
Where is this orcish material selling person?
When he stepped down by Skriek. Skriek's the only one that won't kick him out. Nearby souls.
Oh, interesting.
I mean, I don't think Skriek just cares. I don't think Skriek really cares at all.
Skreek? That was
No.
the name of the other man?
No, he typically doesn't.
Yeah, you know Skriek? I guess only a few people know to actually get him to get up.
No, I haven't been here very long.
Ah, wow. Well, he's a rock we can all depend on, you know, here. When nobody else is selling, you know, he's there for us.
Right. I see.
Sometimes you find yourself, you know, between a rock and a hard place, and he really, you know, he's there for you. You got a spot you can
So
sit beside him.
you're sort
So-
of making a lot of rock-based references. I feel like you're making some kind of a joke that I'm not really getting.
She gives you a shitting grin. You'll get it.
I'm sure I will. I'm sure I will.
She goes, "Thanks. This one's cute. You sure you don't want the diving suit?
No.
It's really
They're
waterproof."
pretty good. I'm sure it is. I'm sure it's probably the most waterproof thing.
I can
probably in
guarantee
this
you
entire region.
that if you fall in quicksand, you'll die of starvation instead of suffocation.
That
Oh.
You realize
sounds
that's not a selling
worse.
point, right?
Well, no, someone can come get you out, you know? Like, it's like you're not going to die from suffocation first. It's not going to get in there.
Okay, but the rest of you will still be eaten by the sand.
Someone will find you. You got people that care about you, right? Right? You guys care about you.
kind of all
She
look at
looks
each
at-
other.
The silence is deafening.
Oh, you sounded like you came through a walkie-talkie.
Walkie-talkie, yeah.
She goes, "Yeesh." Have you guys tried, you know, I don't know, drinking games, card games?
You know, I've never actually played a card game. Not one like these. I would like to learn.
Oh,
I have.
She like looks down and said, "Those fucking toe beans! I just sold my last deck of cards. Oh no! All right, well, I can't sell you on that one. Sorry."
It's okay.
Oh.
I'm sure that next time we meet, you'll have something else to upsell me on.
I gave it to Crichton's.
Crichton's?
Yeah, Creighton's in town, so gave it to his kid.
I see.
Do I know that name?
Roll me recall knowledge.
Where did recall knowledge? There it is. It's not color coded, so I didn't see it.
We're close into the session. Are you willing to use a hero point if it's low? Just because I know you have hero points still.
Yeah, sure.
I'd give it a reroll.
Okay. Does not let me do that from right clicking, so I will mark one.
Just
off
right.
The, oh,
Yeah,
that's
just
the wrong direction.
you can just do another one.
Okay.
The name is familiar to you that it's showed up around the Ruby Court, but you don't know why.
Okay.
You hear the name and you go, I've heard of this person. That maybe through like a paper, like a document that was being talked about while you were in there.
Mm-hmm.
Not enough to remember though.
Got it.
Poor sap. So, yeah. Otherwise, I'd give you my deck of cards.
Oh,
Thank you. That's
just
so
out of the
nice.
goodness of your heart.
She shrugs. Call it an early investment.
Smart kid. Don't get caught.
She smiles and says, "Caught? Can't prove anything."
That's the idea.
She shrugs and says, "Come back if you ever need anything else from me. And if you want me to look around for other things, get them at a good steal, sell them at an up price for you, let me know."
We'll
Well,
keep
if
an
I
eye
ever-
out for you.
Yes.
She gives a nod.
And we will head in the direction, I think, that she indicated.
For Girder?
Herder.
Yeah.
For gutter.
For Gutter, yeah. Taking
For
some
Gutter.
time. One thing you will notice, and I think this kind of hits you, Ribbit Shop's gone. You've been looking around for Ribbit Shop's just gone. It's nowhere in the bazaar.
Yeah.
That being said, Girder, on the other hand, is not gone. You guys who kind of go to the end of you know how like the bazaar is a tunnel, you go all the way through, you come out the other side, right? There is a crossway, it turns into a T shape. Going down the crossway, Orano guides you and down the ways to the hall. Callista walking beside, perusing things, and Callista's the one looking for Ribbit Shop more than anything and hasn't been able to find it. But down the ways, the very end of the T-shape where it goes nowhere, you see a long archway that leads to the end of it in a small room that's clearly been there for the longest of them all. And you can see in it, there is a bunch of wax candles, small shapes. You can see little rocks here and there that are decorating across every opening that is there. Yet weirdly, nobody's really taken much from it, or at least decorations. And you can see that there is about a boulder the size of, I would say, probably the size of a bed, but like as tall as a bunk bed, but fully like wide as well in there. It's a big boulder, and
A Lincoln Navigator.
yeah, and it is sitting at the end of it, and it is just on its own in the stall. That is the thing in the stall, just a rock. Close by, you see a dwarf, who is shouting out, and you can see that there is a pair of guards walking away from him, and they both turn around as he begins to shout again, and you see some customers begin to walk away as he goes, "Purchase tribute, or graders abound. We need to look for orcish ways to survive. Orcs and you, what do you have to say to survive an orc attack? Local here, sourced and homemade. Get your biter skulls. You can see as they're sitting there calling out for all these different things. And you can see that there is a dwarf covered in a couple of like skulls and motifs. You can see that he's got a little couple of like small plants that are like got jumbling on his shoulders. He's very much trying to like stand out amongst a whole bunch of people. And you can see that the dwarf is waving around for people. The guards whip around. They both look at him and say, "You had your warning," and they both grab him by the arms, begin to drag him out of the bazaar.
That's good. That's good because Rahima heard biter skulls and she started like full sprinting, like furiously down there.
I think
Did he
it
fucking
would be.
say biter skulls? No, he didn't kill dinosaur. Oh, I'm going to, and then she's running down there.
Wait.
Shit, she's fast.
You see that he's getting like dragged downwards, looking back and forth. He's got this wild poof of white hair for a beard. He's got this big, just unicorn-like horn of hair that goes straight up and like stiff peak, like a whipped fucking cream. As he's like going and being dragged away, he's waving his hand. He's like, "No, my biter pheromones! You're gonna break them!"
Hold fast.
The guards like both come to a stop and then go. They like give it out, and one of them recognizes him and goes, "Karakaze, really? What'd you do, huh? What, Gutter? Did you stoop so low? You said something to the Sultana's daughter, huh? Try to sell some biter pheromones?" And he just kind of like, "Actually, I'm pretty sure they want to talk to me about buying something. Isn't that right?" He looks towards you all.
No, what the fuck? Did you
No,
just
not
say
really.
kill dinosaurs?
God, it's out. And he changes his voice and he says, "Don't worry, everyone. I'll dismantle this." And he swaps to Orcish. He says, "I also like sword dinos."
That like him swapping to Orcish, like broken Orcish, like completely. It just what?
Oh, no, oh, please. And you see the guards kind of like let him go because like you said to stop. And he pulls out a small card. He says, "Here." He opens his book, flips to it. He's like, "No, sorry, one second. Flips it over, and he sits. He goes, "This one." Yeah, he opens the book and he's like, "It's for sale. It's for sale." He goes to a page and he goes, "Oh, and in Orcish he says, 'I am sick and contagious.'"
Oh, she looks very grim.
Flips twice.
Oh.
"Don't kill me."
Oh, you're very sick. Yes, I can see that you do seem very, very sick. I am speaking to you in fluent common though. You don't have to speak.
But these words, but you don't. You're not mad anymore. Everyone.
No, I am really, really furious at you. I can't stress that enough. The way that you spoke Orcish kind of it sort of made my anger wrap around into confusion.
Oh.
So I guess it did sort of do the job.
Well.
No, did you kill dinosaurs?
Kill?
Why do you have the skulls?
Oh, these? This is my orc costume. And he will.
Dude. Yeah, this is the fastest I've ever hit sense motive.
He will.
Rahima,
That's some dumb
Rahima,
shit I've just heard.
there is a looming Arano shape at your back that leans closer to your left ear and says, "Don't break his jaw. We need to know the information he has, but everything else is fair game."
He like shows, and you can see that there's a little like marker like of paper on his what he's wearing for 5 gold pieces. You could buy what he's wearing. It is, however, extremely clear to you on this close appearance, Rima, that is 100% fake dinosaur bones and adorned with normal bird feathers from hawks. Now, on the other side of it, Angelique.
Wait.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
Did he glue bird
Yes.
feathers?
To skulls. Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
In an effort to make them look more dinosaur-like, he glued feathers to skulls.
Correct.
Also-
Gotcha. Just wanted to make sure I read that correct.
Angelique, on the other side of it, this person, some people, shame is not a muscle they ever trained. Or should I say was atrophied to the point of which they have lost it. You can only tell one of two things. Either A, he is desperate for money so much that he's trying to use something that he recently was known for having happened to him. Like, I survived an orc attack. I can pay me, I'll tell you how to do it, right?
Greasy.
Or
Gotcha.
B, the orc encounter that he survived has now made him obsessed with the culture, and he's doing it very poorly. You can't tell. You can't tell which it is.
I was about to say
Both
can't tell
are
what's
bad.
worse.
Both are bad options, to be clear.
Yeah. Like snake oil salesman, cultural appropriation. Which are we kicking out of him?
Dude, I can't tell if you're just weird or you are like this normally.
You just glued. Is it just lizard
My-
feathers
my-
that you-
My confidence comes from my dinosaur pheromones.
Did you milk those dinosaurs?
He pulls out a glass, like a cracked glass that has a little bit dripping because he did get crushed a little bit by the guards. The guards pull back like, oh, and the smell of dinosaur urine hits you.
Oh, great.
Holy shit.
Oh, how did you get that
You-
piss?
You want to roll me a seek to figure out what kind it is?
Yes.
The fact you
Honestly,
didn't hesitate
definitely.
on that, yes.
I think it'd be funny.
Yeah. Rana definitely took a half step back and like wrinkled the nose, but
That's Triceratops pee.
No answer would have been good, but that was a weird one for sure.
Why do you have the piss of a triceratops in a glass?
Oh,
Did you get this from the dinosaur pens?
is that what it's called? Triceratops?
Yes.
Oh, he begins to scribble in his notes.
Oh,
So
God.
3-horned.
Oh,
Try.
serpents
Three
take me.
horns. I got it. And he just begins to write down. You're so right. Oh my gosh. Oh, this is so good. This is so important. This is perfect. Oh.
Hey,
Oh, I really don't like you.
I do have a little figurine I made. And he holds up like a 2-inch tall figure of an orcish warrior with like
Alright.
made out of wood.
Okay, so I'm going to ask you a very serious question.
Yeah.
In fact, I'm probably going to ask you a series of very serious questions.
I'm good at her, by the
Oh.
way.
Yes, I heard of you. Did you steal these weapons from orcs?
Weapons?
You said weapons earlier, didn't you?
Right. And he like goes down and like begins to like, oh, this is, yeah, I think I still have some. Did you take them? Looks towards the guards. No. They both pull back, and he goes, right, they're here. Here we go. And he like reaches into his back pocket, and you can see it's like a tooth, a dinosaur tooth. They put these in between their knuckles.
Is that anything that's ever happened, Itemera? Is he just making shit up
No.
fully?
No.
No. We don't.
Oh.
What's that? Did you just make shit up?
No. No.
Who's telling you this?
Well, like, I saw it, but like, okay.
When? From who?
I recently, as I was just saying to all my valiant customers, that they're able to listen to my story, have the courage to listen to my attack, that I was on a diplomatic mission, going down to the Dustman Buttes to study see, I'm a really I really delve into the lizardfolk. I was following the river, the Reno River, and I went along the Dustman Buttes, and I was following a lizardfolk that I had hired to show me around the Dustman Buttes, and I saw that there was a great reptile. I followed it, and then whenever I saw it was orcs, I attempted to approach them diplomatically, and unfortunately they did not. Well, I survived, obviously, but they were mad. They turned into a makra or something similar. They said makra. It was makram. I don't know, something weird. Whenever I got too close, and then they began shouting at me, and then I snuck in.
Adamara, what does makra mean in Orcish?
Makram?
Yeah, makram.
Makram is equally a challenge and a warning. Makram means if you come close to me, bring your best warrior first, and we will bring our best warrior first.
Right.
And is
I
this
don't-
like... Oh, pardon?
No, go ahead.
And... Oh, no, shit. I had something.
Sorry.
Give me a
I'm
sec.
sorry.
Okay. Makram.
You're all good?
Makrams are often called whenever there is two orc tribes pushing on each other's territory. They then shout makram at each other. If it happens, their two strongest, or the people that are willing to go to the challenge or are breaching the territory, show up. The challenger is met by a champion. They fight, and that decides oftentimes things without the entire tribe being killed. You know, instead of losing 50 or so, you know, to a small tribal debate, oftentimes they don't end with death. But they're a listen, we have borders for a reason. Do not come close to us. You would know this, Rahima, that they usually would not say that to a non-orcish people, and especially not outside of their territory. I think you believe that they were desperate to warn someone to get away from them.
Right, I see. Yeah, Rahima's sort of like she like pinches the bridge of her nose. Silent serpent. Yes, so they were saying Makram because they did not want you to get closer. They were trying to tell you that they it was not a battle cry, it was a warning not to step any closer, and if you did, to bring your best warrior because they were there. They must have been desperate. Either way, why did you... Pardon?
No, I was gone. I was speaking to myself.
Sorry, had a little cough. Why did you continue forward if they were trying to ward you off? So obviously, you have your little...
They called me forward. They called me because it was nighttime whenever this happened, right? It was night whenever I went in there, and they had this this light, this egg, an egg of pure gold and light. And I was on the back of the Triceratops, and so I snuck close because I thought that they were calling. It was like, come here, come.
They have a car?
Sounds like it.
Shit.
It was like, and he like gestures and like this, and he is like massive. He like gestures, it's like the biggest amount you've ever seen. It's like, it was a biter egg, this size, made of pure gold. It was glowing.
Right. Shit.
Shit. Big serpent.
Serpent.
You said you saw a big serpent or something like that, right?
Where?
No,
A reptile.
I said, I swore to the silent serpent. my patron.
No, I thought he said something about seeing like a giant reptile or something.
Yeah, I saw a
little
giant
while back.
reptile with 3 horns in its head with a big frill.
Oh,
and I
okay,
saw.
he was talking about the Tricer. Okay, never mind. I thought he was talking about something else.
No. They when I went to go inspect it, they said it was they had a name for it. They said they wanted me to get one, but of course they threw me out. But it's but I got to see everything.
Right. You said that they said something after they threw you out?
Yeah. Well, whenever I got close to the thing, I saw its beauty and orcish culture. I knew that it was my calling whenever I saw it, and they said something. They said he just like begins saying orcish, right? And he goes he tries to remember it, and then he reads in his book something that he saw. He scripted a whole bunch, and he repeats it to you, and he doesn't know what it means, but this is what you hear when he says it. I'll give it to you.
Yeah, she hears that and she staggers back, and she is he showing me the writing in his book?
Yeah, it's something like this, and you piece it together between the 5 different things.
Oh, that's yes. We have to go.
Yeah.
Right away.
And then those Kenku attacked, and then those undead came in, and we got out of there. But we got some things, we got some things. We're selling them.
Right. You're sort of a vile little man, but thank you for the information.
Yeah.
Yes, we should go immediately.
Hey, can you teach me a phrase?
Never wear. No, and take that costume off. I don't care if you are wearing no clothes under it. Please never wear it or costume again.
He looks devastated. Whenever you said and I assume you turn away?
Yes.
Okay. The guards look at you, Orano, are we taking him or what?
I guess to them I'd be like, what was the cause for him to be hauled away?
We're calling it free samples of food. And they both look towards the pheromone jar.
Ugh.
He splashed it on people who were curious.
Well, that sounds like battery to me.
They nod and they go, wait, no, I'm sick of contagious. They start to get dragged away.
You don't want to touch me, man. I'm sick. I'm real sick.
You start seeing him get dragged away in the manacles, and you're left here in the end of the alley of the bazaar. Callista watching on with a little bit of scared horror, and the big rock behind you of the final stall. But beyond that, we've learned a lot. We're 15 minutes over, so I think that's a good time with you learning this. Unless Rahima, you want to tell the party what you heard. Other than that,
yes.
Okay.
I mean, Rahima will be telling the party as soon as she turns away from it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so big thing. So that big egg that he described them having this egg of probably what was Hakar. They said the Oryx apparently said that it was the Eye of Oro. This is it's big. That's the I suppose the closest thing that we would have to an afterlife. It's where the Silent Serpent sends us if we have. She's trying to find words to describe cultural concepts. It's a reward for if we do make right by the Silent Serpent if we appease him, or not appease him, but it's important. It's very, very, very important that we should really go and investigate, especially if they've been attacked. I wouldn't want them to nothing bad to have happened to them or it.
Right? Hearing the name, the Eye of Orome, Callista looks over and says, "That sounds important. I heard from a kid that Ribbit's apparently got a new shop in the slums. He got kicked out."
Oh, well, I hope he's okay.
Me too. I'm gonna go check that. Are you guys okay?
Yes, we will go.
All right.
But thank you, Callista.
Of course. We'll meet back. I hope everything goes all right with there. I trust you. And then, turning away with your new task at hand, we'll come back next week for more Sands of Doom.
Yeah!
You're a sick son of a bitch.
All right, guys. Thank you for watching. Thank you for playing. I'll see you guys soon. I appreciate you.